link. Okay, right. Now, that is the wrong button. That is the wrong button. There we go. What I need is this link. People already go into rooms. That is nice. Well. Will be that, and I will be putting on that. Obviously, should not be saying the password on stream. I'm going to try and avoid doing that. Anyway, time to actually host the server. Okay, I think with that, we shall begin. Hello, Samir. Right. Here's the real question. Can I get... With EU4 full screened, I can't actually get the stream chat. I'm going to see if I can get up on my phone because I know what I'm doing. Did I give people the wrong password? I have a feeling I gave people the wrong password, didn't I? Well, let's hope it is the right password. I'm pretty sure I did. Oh yeah, I've got Alex in, so yeah. We are still technically early. People still have like 5 minutes to get in, but the lobby is up. Morning hip hop time. Yeah. Just again, people furthering in. I'll keep it on the player map mode as it were. It's gonna be fun, to say the least. So far 46 people have signed up, but I have also just received a Discord message from the Portugal player who is in fact unable to make it now. Oh, and it is lowercase. Oops. Yep. I didn't realize case mattered. Oops. I thought case did not matter. That is unfortunate. Yep. That is an oops. Oh well. And yes, that is a Portugal who cannot make it today. Yeah, I have amended the password and announcements as well. There we go. People starting to fiddle in. This is of course going to be fun, dear God. Europe in general is quite crowded, and especially Italy. I don't see expansion options for so many of them, to say the least. Yeah. Looking forward to see what a man can do. I'm pretty sure he's quite a good player. Moses, I know, is a decent player to say the least. Byzantium is here. That is good to know. I was worried if he wasn't going to be here. Oh, never mind. Was that not Byzantium? That is the other thing. People have their EU4 usernames, which are different to not their EU4 usernames, which is really not helpful sometimes. That is the other thing. Okay. Yep, Tunis is here. Nice. That was a very last-minute entry to say the least. Please don't type in that box. Actually, I think that box is fine to type in. Saying that. So he is fine. I'm pretty sure we do not have a Gujarat player. As in, I know we don't have a Gujarat player. I think he's just clicking around. I think they have fixed that bug where clicking around is bad, so that's good. Italy starting to fill in. That is going to be a Thunderdome to say the least. God. Of course, Scotland is also a player, and quite a few people in the HRE. You know, for a majors game, I would have thought less people would go for like countries like Cologne, but we do have a promised Lubeck and Denmark, which would be a very interesting dynamic. Khmer, Machi Party were very last minute entries. This is going to be interesting as well. Very incentivized for Korea to kill Pep early, while at the same time Pep can't kill Korea. So that'll be a dynamic I'd want to watch. Sweden is here. They do have 20 years to break free from Denmark. And since Denmark is a player, if Denmark can hold on to them for 20 years after game start, that will be a forced relocation for Denmark there. Hello, Strange Gaming. How are you doing? But yeah. It is. I do sympathise with Spam, who's the old host, that keeping tracks of people's Discord usernames, their like in-game usernames, and then their YouTube usernames is so hard. But yeah, that would be interesting to say the least. Aragon does also have a fun time ahead of itself with Naples, and yeah. Right. How many players do you have? 31. So we're actually missing 15 more people. I'm going to make another ping in the EU4 Grand Campaign, just to clarify the password for people, I think. And let's see, I'm being pinged quite a few times. For some reason, I'm trying to join my game crashes. Going to validate. Oh no. That is weird. I don't know what's causing that. That is unfortunate. Sorry, listeners. I saw no CB Georgia. I don't know. Georgia's a very brave pick, but they have quite a few. They have quite a few cores. So actually, and they have quite a bit of room to eat here, because I definitely know that Ottomans will be busy with this mess going on here, because I have heard some things about quite a coalition against them from the Ottomans themselves. So I don't think Georgia's just free foods, as it were, and they do have some nice cores. I cannot click on them because I'm still in the lobby. Yeah, okay, missing like 10 people, but I know Lithris, for example, has some problem with his game files where he crashes when he joins. I'm assuming that's him problem, because everyone else has managed to get it fine. Yeah, so here's the Scotland player. Italy is looking beautiful as always. Here's the Aegean player. That would be interesting as well, to say the least. India is gonna be fun, to say the least, to do as well. 6 players in India, and I think all 6 of them have the same ambition for forming some variation of Bharat. Or the is Bharat the Bharat is the Hindu tag. I remember there's another similar Muslim tag, which is I do remember marginally worse than Bharat, but still a very good one. Yeah, but that would be interesting to say the least. Yes, there is like a we do have like a I would say 15 to maximum 20 minutes grace period of lobby being up to we will start. But we also do have hot joiner for those things. So Captain Spook, you do have like another 10 minutes of grace period. Annabeth. Oh no, Annabeth does. Well, this is probably not the best. It's Annabeth's inner voice chat is the real thing that can come in and pop. Is that? There we go. Annabeth is struggling to join. That is a name that rings a bell for some reason, which I'm not sure why it rings a bell, but nonetheless it does. Hello, Ryan. Is Annabeth? Yeah, username Apollo. Okay, right. Hello. So can you join by direct link, or do you need me to send the stream invite?
What do you mean by direct link?
So if you click on multiplayer and click join game, you should be able to just copy paste the code that's in the announcements chat and just put that in there, put the password, and you should be able to just join through that. So I don't have to add 500 people as a friend on Steam.
I joined, but I didn't pick my my name I use on Discord. Is that a problem?
Oh no. I'm used to people having like 15 different names. I'm just.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
Just
as long as people know it's you, obviously. So yeah.
That's
so no, that's absolutely fine. Also, if you don't know about the direct link thing, if you have a friend who's also in the Grand Campaign, that does work joining through that. So yeah, just good to know.
Lemon.
Yes.
Lemon. Turn the ledger off.
Isn't the ledger? I swear I set up the settings before, but if it's not, okay, I would fix that.
Put it on limited. That's fine.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not set up. That's a good point, because I set up the ledger like before, but I didn't save my setup.
You should change it to only hosts can pause too, especially with this many new people.
Yeah. Allow players to hop join. No, only hosts can pause.
Allow players to hop join should be yes. Allow players to. I would keep that on just because we can change that in game, so it doesn't matter. Like later on, if
limited ledger. Sorry, no, I did all the setting up beforehand, but I didn't save the settings for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should put it on only hosts can pause.
I did. I put only hosts and observers can post.
I see only hosts and observers could save, which you should turn off.
Oh no, that's the wrong thing I put on. Yep.
Yeah, you should turn that off so we can save and stuff.
No, you're right. I fixed that.
Yeah.
Sorry, the wrong button.
Editable save game. That's fine.
That's just in case, because for example, people are relocating to dead countries, you know.
Yeah. You want to turn Lucky Nations. I think you turn Lucky Nations off with this many people.
To be fair, there's not many historical Lucky Nations.
Right. No, but the whole point is so no one gets RNG screwed by a weird AI situation. Because it's all players anyways. Like that allows people to get to the fun stuff sooner.
Yeah, I'll put it in on. That's true. Or the actual main meant to.
Right. It just goes to weird random countries after
true,
all the big, and then it's just weird.
Yeah, no, that's true. I forgot about how that works. In honesty. I think the rest should be fine. I don't know. I am tempted to disallow people changing their province names, because I did really dislike the.
Yeah, you should fucking hate that.
I really dislike the concept.
Well, it's hard. Then later in wars, it's hard to ask people for what you need. You're like, give me C and L's you're into your 4, and you're like, what?
Yeah, no, fair enough. I'm gonna change that. There we go.
Lemon cake. My username is World Animal. That's me.
All right, Eric, I'm going back to the other channel.
I'm going to assume that, if you clicked on the right country, you clicked on the right country. I'm going to be honest, usernames is fine. Yeah. I can't enforce usernames, so I'm not going to try to. Who are we missing? Not a lot of people, funnily enough. What is the time? I'm going to give until another 7 minutes of waiting. And Hip Top Toe is very passionate about jumping on the Autoturks, which is fascinating. But yeah, that is that. Yeah, so just missing a couple people. So I will say. Another 3 to 5 minutes should be good. If like someone messages me like, "Oh, I'm coming on," just give me like an extra minute. I guess I might stretch that by the extra minute, but that's about the full extent. Well, I'll give them 3 minutes if someone comes to me screaming. Give me another minute. That goes to that 5 then. Yeah, so we are missing Brandenburg here. We are missing Denmark and we're missing Lübeck. So that might mean Sweden gets a bit of a breath of relief, and it does mean like at least HRE Europe is a bit open. I have been summoned to room 1. That can't go well. Oh, that is a big room. Oh dear. Hello, what is the issue?
Yeah, I mean,
Hello.
you and I already have an alliance anyway, drunk.
Love you.
Okay, that is a
The
perfect
fuck?
time.
Oh.
Is there something actually problematic?
Yeah,
Or?
Naples had a question.
Yes.
Naples had a question.
Can I switch from Naples to Portugal?
To be fair,
I
given
wouldn't
that
mind giving.
Portugal is not like showing up, etc., etc. He did like say he's got the campaign, because turns out he is very bad at planning, and turns out he had another campaign at the same time.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
think
he
that's
kind of told me like 2 days ago about that, so I don't know why he didn't notify anyone. He just told me he wasn't sure which one he's going to play onto, but he knew he had 2 of them.
Well,
So you faced the Diplo
I
game.
commend
and
the
now
organisation skills. So yeah, no, I think that's fine, especially since I think that'll make Naples breathe a bit of a sign of relief. Sorry, not Naples. I'll make Aragon breathe a sign of relief.
Yes.
I think that is
yes.
fine.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Wait, no.
Skill.
So you see
Someone should go on
everything
Naples. Jonas, go on Naples.
Yeah, so we're missing
Wait.
Lübeck, we're missing Brandenburg, we're missing Denmark. So I think Sweden is
Oh
breathing a bit
my
of a sign of
god.
relief there, to say the least.
Yeah,
April,
we're all waiting
fuck's
for everybody
sake.
to
I'm
go
waiting
in.
for messages on Discord.
Well, just talking.
And yeah, we're missing also one more
Chat,
I
person.
have
I just
one,
can't
Jack.
remember where.
What about
Where's
Switzerland and
Denmark?
Denmark?
Yeah, we are missing Denmark. Oh yeah, we're missing
Lübeck.
Denmark, Lübeck, and Brandenburg,
Yeah,
and one more person. I can't remember who.
Sunday.
Switzerland.
Oh, and
Byzantium.
Tom.
Switzerland was a player too.
We're
I
missing
think, right?
Byzantium.
Okay.
Oh, and we're missing Byzantium.
Love you.
Yep, okay, that is true. So actually, yeah, we were meant to have 46. 47 with hosts. We are actually missing a Switzerland and
Love you.
Byzantium as well.
Or should we be quicker if I explain?
Yeah, we're
Just
just
another
fine.
one.
So, yeah. Anyway,
It's understandable.
yeah, no, I definitely agree. Italy is a mess. Yep. Well, ping me if I'm needed, I guess. I will see you on either Discord or a game chat or something.
Okay,
I'd hope.
remember, type in the box when we see it.
I found.
Right. Yeah, no. I think Listris is breathing a bit of a... That's... Doge Diamande. What's her name? Is breathing a bit of a sign of relief that there's no Byzantium, to say the least. But, yeah. India's still a Thunderdome, at least. That'll be fun. I am interested to see how Oda's going to do. That is a very brave start, but as far as ideas goes, they are very, very nice. Again, this is going to be a war here. And I think I will probably be backing the France player here, unless England can like ally everyone in Europe, or some kind of get some kind of coalition of the willing. I do know Lithuania's here, but I think they just tapped around the other countries. This is also this Iberia with the Tunis and Morocco able to influence it, and just there's like no land to go into here. Which would be terrifying. But yeah. And yes, Tondo is missing. I will be honest, last Grand Campaign he showed up, immediately lagged the game down to speed 1 and left, so he's back for round 2, but apparently he's not back, so yes. Ready up, please. That is true. Yep. Yes, and 3 are missing HRE, which is unfortunate, but hey ho. Okay, so who needs to ready up? Yep. Tunis ready up. We are missing Lubeck. We are missing Brandon, Berg, and Denmark. Although Denmark is not in the HRE actually. Oh, and of course it had one aspect because Portugal isn't here, which means yeah. That's most people accounted for. I can't wait for everyone to be here, I'm afraid. So. Okay, has Tunis readied up? Has just about. No, Arista needs to ready up. On your country, please, and we will be off. I am still this Italy. Like this is just so little to eat, and now Ottomans as well as Byzantium gone. I'm gonna have a much nicer time early on. A jam again, bit of a difficult start with the Tumi and QQ right there, but it's definitely feeling very playable and just so much more potential. India as well. There's gonna be the Europeans are gonna be crumb bucking each other, which means the Indians will have some competition, some chance to build up a nation, but even then, yeah. Who is joining? I will go to room 1 real quick to see who we're missing, and if he is in the process of joining, I guess I will wait a couple extra minutes.
Okay,
Sorry,
for
who
some
are you
reason,
waiting for?
people believe that now that Naples is not a player, I'm still going to release them. That's not going to happen.
Okay, thanks for all your plans, Aragon. In other news, who are we waiting for? That's meant to be last second joining right now?
Byzantium, obviously.
Okay.
Denmark, Brandenburg looks like they joined.
Yeah,
Brandenburg
yeah,
has
he's here.
joined.
Okay.
I don't know
he's
if
here.
Denmark's even coming today.
Well, it's his loss.
Because they're not in.
So I guess there goes Sweden and probably Norway.
Because of Denmark,
Maybe
everyone ditched Sweden. It was so funny to see, like.
Well, Sweden, please do
Sweden
ready
was
up.
like, no one wants
if-
me
don't
because
know
of
if Sweden
Denmark.
is.
Isn't everyone ready now?
Sweden is not.
I am ready.
Okay,
Everyone
remember,
else is-
you can type on the box.
Please do not type on the box. I cannot encourage typing in the box. To be fair, if you want to get any % ban on this server, yes, typing in the box is an excellent strategy for that.
He can ban us all.
Well, I guess I can. I just won't be left with the server.
God
Do you
damn
actually
it.
have rights to ban?
No,
Um,
he has to ask.
I don't actually know,
He
to
has
be
to
honest.
ask
I have to
Dominic.
ask people. I don't know.
That's
It's
the
weird
best.
because I have more rights than moderators, turns out, which I really don't know why, but that is a thing for some reason.
Please, sir, can you excuse yourself from this grand campaign, please?
Ban Lemon.
Yes, I'll just ban myself. Anyway, I'm assuming everyone's here, so we will be starting soon. Right. Yeah, public rooms. Oh, chat, Sweden ready up. And Sweden is AFK, perfect. I love it when like 40 people have to wait for Sweden. But hey, most people did shop, so that's good to see. Did I just see him ready up? No, he did not. Okay. Well, the lobby tends to break within 20 minutes, so yeah, I guess here's another 3, but before I want to... Yeah, I will wait a minute, Dandon. Yes, I have to. Okay. And yeah, no, God. I am looking forward to a potential man the Ottoman War. 2 very big people, and I think there's... I'll be very surprised if the ally put it this way. I also have heard that Ethiopia has expressed some ambition into crushing Mutapa quickly, which I guess I can only wish them the best of luck with that, especially since Mutapa has probably seen those messages. So I can't find that. And Sweden has readied up, so in that case, I think it is time to begin. No, all players must select a country. Have I? Oh, I need to click on observer mode. Oops. That would do it. Yeah, Sweden. Now here's the real test. Does everyone load in fine? Fuck. And people type in the box. The duality of man. Please don't type in the box. I need to turn that on as well. Yeah, this is probably as big as the Grand Campaign has gotten. Well, with 40 people showing up, I'm guessing like 3 to 5 would have to kick out. All players have arrived. People, please stop typing in the thing. And we are playing with victory cards, with score victory being the predominant method of. Yep, this is a human player list and a half, to say the least. God. And it will be speed 3. And right. I guess I'm gonna give what? 3 to 5 minutes initial setup. So while the initial setup's going on, what do I want to be seen? Who's going to be most interesting? Yes, do make sure you're not ghosted. That is... Make sure you aren't... Oh, we have 2 ghosted. That is great. That is always great. Right. Also, it's a good sign when I type and my messages don't come up. That's always a really good sign for game stability. Who should we look at first? Ottoman's opening moves. Have built a huge navy immediately. Have gone into debt. Have gone into debt for that navy, to say the least. Wow. They have grabbed an alliance, I do believe. They've allied Dukadir. Makes sense, they're stopping the Mami expansion. And they're getting an alliance offer from Poland, which I'm guessing they've determined that before. God, this is... I think there was quite a concern with Ottomans getting like killed almost immediately. So they, I think there's an Austria-Poland-Ottoman coalition against the early Ottoman death. Austria, of course, probably has quite a bit to work with here as well. Poland will be interesting because they are quite a bit weaker because they do lose the Lithuania PU due to that being a player, but they have arguably the best land in the game to dev. There is so much farmlands here. This is so beautiful for deving. And Krakow starts as a 20 dev gold province, which 20 dev, not gold, coal province, which late game is just absolutely amazing as far as provinces go. The trade is kind of awkward because it's very easy to suck out trade from Poland. It's all inland, so it's very easy to, if you control Saxony or Vienna, to suck trade out of them. But regardless, it's just still very good. Yes, 2 are ghosted. I'm hoping that they fix that. I'm not sure how I can help them fixing that though. I also don't know who the 2 people are. And Mamlux is already begging for money. Perfect. How is everyone else? I'm interested what the French are doing. Not paying for their troops apparently. Well, not completely. So I guess saving early money. There is a debate whether they will dow England themselves for the reconquest. Probably not now that they've allied Castile. Or no, they've already returned Maine, so there's no surrender of Maine. England should not have done that. They should have returned it by event so that they get a truce out of it as well. But I guess it does avoid the prestige hit from returning it. France has also allied Scotland. Interesting. So they have used their player slot for that. England have allied Castile and Portugal, which is actually not allowed. They're going to have to drop Portugal because Portugal is a player. The alliance limitations means that great powers can only ally 2 other great powers. Actually, wait, Castile's not a great power at the start, are they? I'm not sure about that. No, Castile does not start as a great power. So actually, that is perfectly fine. I just always assume Castile's a great power. So that is absolutely fine for them. I do take that back. Sweden is ghosted. You need to rejoin. Yes. Okay. So Sweden is ghosted. They need to do that. Oh, of course. You can just tell by the player map mode. Yes, Sweden is ghosted, and who else will be ghosted? Oh dear. I'll be honest, there are so many players, I've lost track of who was with the other person who was ghosted. No, these are all fine. Match parties all fine. This is all fine. This is fine. This is fine. Okay, yeah, guess I better head over to VC1 because I've been told that. I'm hoping they know who the other person who ghosted is. It might actually be me.
Shouldn't be able to lie any other players.
People know who the other person
But it's
ghosted
also
is?
allied to Ethiopia.
And yes, Sweden needs to leave and rejoin. Sweden
Can
needs to
Castile
leave and
be allied to England and
Castile is not a great
Portugal
power.
at the same time?
And I was looking at that. Castile is not a great power, so they count as a normal ally.
Okay.
Because they count
But
as
I
normal
have
allies.
It was not great power.
Castile is a great.
It's a great power.
It's
I see
Ming,
it as a
Mamluks,
great power.
England, Ottomans, France. Oh, for God's sake, I missed Castile. Nope. It's not allowed.
But,
How did I miss that? Wow. I am blind. I am blind. Wow, that is... I thought they're near the bottom of the list, but no, they're actually quite up there. No, and England is not allowed to do that. They are not allowed to both.
Aragon is a great
They
power.
have to either
so
drop
power.
Portugal
Lemon.
or drop Castile and take...
I'm not
Yeah.
allied to Portugal. I'll
Yes,
just ask
you
for
did.
the
Oh,
lemon.
Paris's?
About
No,
Aragon
England
and
does.
Mamluk.
England is allied to Portugal. Yeah.
England
Paris says
has-
what?
Need to yeet one.
Has too many player slots.
Player
Yeah.
switching to Portugal fucking know the English up.
Right.
Yes.
Where is
Time to
English in the
sabotage.
chat?
8.
Wait,
Chat
lemon,
eight.
before you go, can I ask you something?
Yes. And quickly.
Isn't Mamluks not allowed to ally both Ethiopia and Aragon?
Mami great
Aragon is the
power,
great
Aragon's
power.
great power. Yep, no, not that as well. So I'll go track them down as well.
The
Hello,
player who's
England?
transferring.
You are you've allied Castile and Portugal. That is you only have 2 player slots. That takes up 3. I'm afraid you're gonna have to drop either Castile and ally one not great power, or you drop Portugal.
Oh, me.
Yes, because
Oh,
you're
yeah,
using up
sorry,
3 slots. I'm afraid.
Yeah, Lemon, this is
And
probably
also
better you
for a
start
heads
because
up-
people are going to be
also for a
breaking
heads
rules
up-
like crazy.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
know.
sorry, I kind of forgot Castile starts as a GP.
Yeah.
somehow.
Also, another heads up: supporting independence does count as a player alliance.
It does.
Yes.
Boo.
I mean,
Okay.
it gives you an alliance at the end of it, so I'm gonna.
Once the timer expires, I'm just gonna drop Castile then.
Okay. Yeah. that
Did
is
you
the-
already
Bit
handle the Sweden? He's ghosted.
Sweden is ghosted. He is rejoining right now. I did not see his
Okay.
rejoin request actually because I am blind. I also need to go complain to Mamluks now because Mamluks.
Lemon, stay here real quick. So because there's a lot of people, if we like lose 1 or 2 people, just say, okay, we're gonna rehost in like 5 or 10 minutes. Don't do it right away because like if one person drops, then you want to wait for like, you know what I mean? Unless there's like a big war, just
unless
ask
they're, like,
everyone to set
unplayable.
ask everyone to set their AI settings too. Like,
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
I
actually gonna make
said I
another
said that.
announcement right now to EU4 Grand Campaign.
You can set AI settings? I didn't know that.
In full.
Yeah, you should always do your AI
And-
settings that it seeks fast pace and
Okay,
also don't start wars. And
How do you do that?
They,
I'm just gonna
it's
do
in
that
AI
because
settings.
this is a-
Go, you can't do that right now, but once this guy reconnects, just hit escape, go to AI settings, and then you pretty much want to make your country brain dead, unless you know somebody's going to attack you.
Mhm,
But they'll do stupid stuff like I desynced a few times last session on Bavaria, and every time I came back, I had 2 corruption, and like they deleted a bunch of art. Like every single time I would come back, and there'd just be 2 corruption.
The AI does for some reason like to consider 2 corruption. I guess they're not wasting corruption reduction is my guess.
Yeah, it's
AI
whatever their
settings.
weird coding is. People really shouldn't be typing in that box, by the way.
I kick all of them. I don't really know what to do. They should not be typing.
I mean, it doesn't really do anything.
It used to do something.
It used to.
Right?
I mean, it's kinda like
You just shouldn't do it because I don't know. I used because I've been playing multiplayer for I don't even know how long now. But it
Anyway,
used to
I am
fuck
gonna
everything
go
up.
to Mami and say he has to break with that. I'm afraid, wherever Mamlux is. Anyone have any idea where Mamlux is?
How do you configure the
Where's Mosos? I don't know.
Oh, there it is, room 2. Okay, well, see you in a bit.
VU,
Hello.
that's a whole nother fucking...
Hey, Moses, or Mamlux.
Yeah?
You're a great power, and so is Aragon, so you're gonna have to, yeah, do something about that. Because you have allied,
you're allied to Ethiopia too.
Aragon and Ethiopia. You need to either drop Ethiopia or drop Aragon and
Okay,
get
my
another
ghost?
less
Oh.
power ally.
Oh, okay, I'll drop.
No, the ghost is just a ghost. That's just not a player. You have to drop one of them as soon as you can,
Yeah.
basically. That is
Wait,
it.
why does he have to drop them?
Great powers only get 2 ally slots, and a great power takes 2 ally slots. And so, yeah.
Oh.
Because he's a great power, and for
Yeah.
some reason, Aragon is a great power. Well, not for some reason, they have enough dev to be a great power. He can't ally
He
Aragon.
wasted a diplomat.
Oh, they
let me
Wait a
get
minute,
my-
wait a minute. If I dev for dev, then I'll take his slot, so then it's okay, right?
Well, yeah.
Nah, you can also just ally me, right? Ain't it?
Aragon, sell me a province.
There you go.
Moses, you have too many player allies. You only got 2 player ally slots.
let me get my Diplo back.
And just a
now.
heads up as well, a support
Okay.
independence counts as an alliance.
So you know.
Alliance slot.
Yeah, I know.
Just for the heads up, because some people were like, whoa, it counts as a player alliance slot? Well, I wouldn't know that. So, yeah. Just
Agreeing to
clarifying.
go to war with each other? Crazy.
Well, I know. There's small things to be called alliance before, but yeah,
Wait,
that is that.
England still needs to eat out one alliance.
They need to eat out Spain. They've agreed to eat out Spain. They'll
Wait,
do that
2
on
alliances?
pause. Yeah, they eat out
By the
Spain,
way,
which is great power.
Lemon,
No, and Holland.
isn't
Holland
why,
counts
since
as
when
player.
is it since the start instead of 1600?
Wait, Lemon.
It's always
also
been since the
player.
start. 1600 is only from the top 4 GP rules.
Oh, alright.
Because otherwise, like, all the top GPs just ally each other. So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it gives a chance to people not in the top 8 players to like ally one of the top 4. Yep. What else to say? Let me go back to the player map. But yeah. I'm gonna give a
Lemon,
couple more
read the
minutes
chat.
of basic.
Lemon, read the chat. England and
Lemon,
still
what's
plus
that?
Portugal and Super Holland.
Yes.
Holland
yes.
is a player.
Yes,
That's
we've agreed
3
to this.
players.
Yes, he's dropping Spain. We've been over this.
Okay.
I've been there. I fixed it. He's dropping Spain as
Have.
soon as we get the unpause. Yes, that
Why
is
would
fixed.
drop Spain over
Because he can't.
Portugal?
Because he has to drop Portugal and Holland, or he drops them. Because he only has 2 slots.
I will have just have like a steal.
I can't wait until AI Burgundy declares on Liege.
Well, that's part of the fun, of course. But yeah,
Yeah.
anyway, I'm gonna go around and make the announcements that.
I'm
are
afraid
you all good to
Ottoman-
go?
Yeah, go on.
Are you all good to unpause?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Nope. Okay. Well,
I said no.
who's the nope?
Who's the one? Who's the one? You're about to be executed.
Oh, Lubeck is here. Great. Well,
Oh
Oh
I'm
god.
afraid we're not waiting for your setup, so you can hold join. We'll let you in, but beyond that, I'm not waiting for.
Yo, where's Morocco?
Your AI is rivaled Sax Lauenberg, Seddon, and someone else.
Oh, Morocco's in room 1.
Give me a second, I'm joining.
Is Morocco
Sorry,
hosted?
Break the alliance with me?
Shit! I thought I ate. Literally, I thought I ate.
He doesn't
Nope.
talk.
Well, that's why announcements are a thing. But yes.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
All right, everyone, good to go?
Yes, come on.
Okay.
Now, can you wait 5 minutes, please? I'm still doing my state.
Jesus Christ.
I just got to eat my food. Come on.
I
I want to eat.
We've had 10 minutes of setup, although I guess half of that wasn't a loaded stream, but still.
Yeah, just-
I'll ask around to
just
see if
go.
I'm good to go.
Dude, if someone is
pop
not
around,
ready now, he will never be ready.
True.
Yep.
I'm assuming you
real.
all are. But
Yeah.
I'll just ask around just in case. Are you all good to go?
Yes, we are ready.
Okay. Are you all good to go?
Oh, is that Oman?
Hello, are you all good to go?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, ready to go.
Hello, are you all good to go? Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Okay, are you all good to start? Unpause.
Yeah.
I'll take that as a yes for everyone.
Room 7 because I really don't like this many people in the same
All
room.
good to go?
No offense, guys.
All good to go?
You want to go 7?
Sorry?
Oh no, don't worry, he's up there.
Is everyone good to unpause?
Yeah.
Could you give me 1 second?
I will be while I go around the rooms too. Have literally a second, yes. You good to go?
It's me. You know,
Yeah, I know. Well, I have to check. It's kind of
I clicked on everything in the first like 2 seconds. Of course, I'm good.
Well, Lubeck's gonna hot join because he's arrived. He thought it starts at 8, which is genius for him. And then we're off as soon as he hot joins in. When does the game start? 30 minutes ago. I love it. And that's an organisation and a half. But yep. Is he sending a hot join request? He has. Who, why? Yep, Lubeck. No, that's not Sweden. Don't type in the box. I'm going to type in the box to clear that up. That is so annoying, people typing. I think they can fix it. And I cannot kick the ghost. I'm afraid that's not a thing I can do. The ghost just... it's not actually there. Angry Joe is Lubeck. Which needs to click. Ready up now as well. And why cannot press start? Oh dear. All players have arrived. There we go. Okay, and I am sorry, but we will be off now because enough waiting. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, Samir, but we will be off now because I'm not going to wait more for a setup. So, hi.
Facts.
Sorry, we've had 30 minutes of start.
Facts.
So
I won't read your code.
Well, I'm technically an ally with Mamluks, and I have a non-aggression pact with Morocco, so we could be
Yeah.
allied
I
as
can
well.
you.
We're going.
Wait,
well, we
how
are
many-
off, so
Oh,
enjoy
it's
that.
oh, okay.
Sorry, Lubeck, but we've had like a lot of, you know, setup time already.
Oh, lag.
So yeah, no, the first couple of months is always very painful. That's just the mentality of EU4, I'm afraid. Right, yeah, I know. Half an hour of waiting, and now the yeah, well, EU4 is famous for being a lobby simulator, so that is. And already we have people lagging behind. Absolutely beautiful. And HogChamp is no longer in sync. Well. The HogChamp being Cologne. Well, I'm sorry, Cologne. Can't do anything about that. This is the EU4 multiplayer in a nutshell. 40 plus players, yep. Where is Cologne in the chats? I'm gonna have to tell him to do that. Hello, sorry Cologne, but we're gonna have to keep going even though you're not in sync, because if we wait for everyone out of 50 people, we'll never get a game, I'm afraid. So yeah, you can leave and rejoin.
Or Talbane. What is going on?
No idea, but I am just saying, Cologne. Sorry, you can leave and rejoin, but yeah. Right, finally off. And oh dear, yep, okay. And we've lost Florence, Sweden, and Cologne. Yeah, that is. Yeah, man. Jesus. Yeah, no, I have to shift tab for Discord as well, which means then I come back for that missing. Right. So. Immediate Wars. Arak is immediate law, and I'm assuming that's a Novgorod War, is my guess. Yep, that is a Novgorod War, and that is probably not Novgorod, not long for this world. Bushy Boy going straight to war, no holding back. Sengoku Jidai CB, Sengoku Jidai CB. And who is he at war with? With Kitabe, yep, makes sense. While they are busy with that. Yep, fair enough. And also on this early, wow. Best of luck in there. Lithuania off to war, that's quick. Lithuania are speed 2, yeah. Well, we're letting Themajig back, so guess that's the pause you need. I do love how instantly there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 wars break out as soon as we hit that 11th of December. And people are very much asking for Speed 2, so I guess we will have to comply with early Speed 2, even though no player wars, but... Yeah, I am quite impressed how I did manage to run a pretty decent Speed 3 so far, actually, but even before I regret saying that. Go on. I was going to say... Oh, no, there's a player war, Denmark and Lithuania. Oh, he's clicked on the... That's the Denmark player. Understandable. So that's, yep, that's that war. Oh dear. Okay, well that is Speed 2. Also Denmark, we're not waiting for you, sorry for that setup, but we can't wait for everyone to do setup. I am sorry. And there's oh my god, there's Hogchan back. Okay. Well, it's the EU4 Lobby Simulator, everyone's favourite game. But we should at least be finding our hotkeys. Please don't type in the chat. Almost 1 year in. Yeah, to be fair, that is quite impressive for MPs. I do remember the last Grand Campaign was hosted on, shall we say, a lot more of an inferior hardware than this, and it really struggled the first couple of months. So the fact that it did the first couple of months with so many more people is actually quite impressive. And yeah, the random disconnects and DCs is why you do need to make sure you have your AI settings sorted out. And there's the first player war as well. Hogchamp, ready up. And off you on. Cologne is here, yep. Yes, it is. It is a good PC. Somewhat overkill for a U4, but I guess that's yeah, actually, man. Anyway, Speed 2, and we are off again. And yeah. So how is this looking? And that is not a good start for you, Sweden, dear God. Especially given that this is AI. And that is Denmark. I do believe that is Denmark murking up. They have not done any mill focus, but somehow they are... Yep, they're running too many military leaders, because of course they are. This is the AI, of course. They pick too many admirals. They also do have a loyal Norway to fight this war. Lithuania, yeah, Lithuania is coming here. Is this a Merc company? It is a Merc company. That is going to be quite an interesting war. Denmark should be able to have this. They do need to set their ally to supportive so they actually help them. They are not that badly in debt. They can go a lot more in debt. And yeah, at the same time, this is Sweden's live or die war. Because Sweden does lose this war, that means they become subjugated by a player, so that is it. Sweden is out. If Denmark wins this war, that means, well, they keep Sweden, which is pretty huge. Not sure what Sweden has promised Denmark, promised Lithuania out of this, but Lithuania is committing to that help with 15k here. And I think the first battle will be here, which is a grasslands fort, so no advantage to the defenders. But that is going to be tight. And Lubeck has joined the war. Lubeck is joining in on Denmark's side, I do believe. Yes, they have. That is 11k, and that is a Merc stack. I do hope Lubeck got promised something quite feisty out of that, because they are generously over force limit, which means, oh dear, that's going to hurt them. And 11k when your force limit is 7 is going to hurt the economy, and there's not much economy where Lubeck starts. I mean, as far as money goes for HRE miners, this is very good. 20%, 3 ducats from traders, and that is insane for an OPM. However, at the same time, that is not enough to be 4 over force limit this early. They're paying 2.5 ducats just for being over force limit. I do believe that is the free company. At least, yes, that is the free company, so it is the cheaper ones, but even then. Denmark is going ham on the Mercs as well. I do believe, yeah, and that cannot be, yeah, just over force limit actually, not that bad, but they also have a lot more debt to go into here. Interest only 1 ducat, so they can go 10 times more into debt than this. So they have another 2,500 ducats to play with. Sweden, of course, does not have the luxury of being able to just lose this war if it comes down to it. Which means, yep, they have gone straight into debt as well, but dear God, they can take about 2,500 ducats as well. That'd be interesting as well, but good. Nice of Lubeck to come out for Denmark here, I guess, although I'm not sure what they're getting promised. Lithuania also kind of weakening themselves up for Muscovy here by fighting in this war, but yeah, they have fully committed here. This is 28k Lithuanians, and that'll be quite something to say the least. Thing is, I think they're both just facing off each other, and they really don't want to walk into battles. But there's no good forts to defend is the other issue. This is a grassland fort, which means defenders don't really get anything from defending this. At the same time, yeah, it's on the dodgy side. God. Of course, Denmark is still having pretended rebels from just existing, and Denmark does have naval superiority as well, which means they will get the blockades with faster sieging. But yeah. That is also another good point being brought up by the chat, actually, that the mid-war alliance thing of the mid-war grab. I'm pretty sure Lubeck and Denmark were allied way before this, so I will actually probably let this. Yes, I am paying attention. I know it's a mid-war alliance, but I'm gonna have to go talk about this. Yeah, I am paying attention.
Lemon,
the mid-war alliance
game and tell them to not white piece it. Or
they had that alliance like arranged a while back, and I think I'm gonna have to let that slide because like.
Go talk to them then. Go talk to them.
I will go talk to them. Where are they? Is the real question.
I don't. You're not even playing, dude. Go find it yourself.
I am finding it yourself. I've just making conversation while looking for them.
Denwen is here.
Wait, there's no player playing Milan next year.
Lubeck broke a rule.
Yeah, I was talking about that. They were allied before, which is why I'm like. The thing is, Denmark's getting punished for being late, which they should be, punished for being late. I kind of agree, but at the same time, like they had this alliance set up well before, which is why
you go explain it to Sweden.
I'm talking to Lithuania right now. So, what's Sweden's name? Because I don't think Sweden has it next.
He's in room 2.
Okay.
He's here.
Yeah, I'm getting pinged to a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
I broke a rule.
Yes. The mid-war alliance thing.
Mid-war alliance.
My main thing is that they had like this alliance. They told me about it well before the game started.
He joined
the only
late.
reason he can't. He joined late is the reason that this happened. I know it's very dodgy.
I don't think it's that big a deal in this case. It's more for like the mid-game wars where people.
I think it's more of like
the whole point. The whole point of the rule is like later on we don't want like you're like okay he has these 2 allies and then suddenly he pulls in 4 people, which is what was happening in one of the sessions. Which is
that's why they're always at it. I think because they've had this alliance pre-set up before, and, he literally would have allied them if he wasn't,
Yeah,
later.
I think we're okay with this because it doesn't break the spirit of the rule.
Yeah, if he now dragged in Muscovy, for example, I'll call no to that. But because he was already pre-set alliance to Lubeck, and he would have had this alliance if he had joined, on
All right, I got it.
So yeah.
Don't worry, I'm sure Muscovy is going to maybe do a little spanking of Sweden once it gets there, anyways.
Well, yeah, but if Denmark called Muscovy to this war as my example, then I would be calling that.
Don't care what.
But again, that is sorry for that clarification, but that is a clarification that has to happen. I'm afraid. Yeah.
Has the Pope excommunicated anyone?
No,
Unfortunately,
not yet.
Yeah, I'm just going to put explaining these for the chat, and is Tunis over alliance limit? Of course, Tunis is over alliance limit. Yeah. Let's see if Tunis is over alliance limit. Morocco has allied Tunis. Oh yes, Tunis. Tunis is allied. Yes, Tunis is over alliance limit. Let's go sort that out. Yeah, the thing with relatively harsh alliance rules to prevent people from abusing that is people break them by accident, is to say the least. Where is Tunis? There is Tunis.
They're
Tunis,
allied to him.
You're all over alliance limit, I'm afraid. Morocco is Aragon is a great power, so they take up 2 slots. Actually, no. Wait a second, Tunis, you're not a great power, are you? You're not a great power, sorry. So you actually do have 3 states.
I got my troops here. I'm going to attach them to you, to the 21k army.
No, attach them to the 4K.
I take that back. Sorry, no Tunis.
Because then we go over the force limit.
Because
The
you
land
have
force
great power. You're good. Yep.
Come
No,
over.
sorry, I take everything back. Tunis is not over lance limit.
Attach them to the 4,000.
Yeah,
If
I
you
was
attach them to
about-
the
I was about to
21K, we're going over the limit.
And as I'm now just noticed, of course, more player wars. That is England and oh dear God, everyone's at war. And has England's just given up all of their land to? Oh dear, and Scotland is just gonna die here. Unfortunately, I do think that. Yep. Oh no, Scotland is gonna go in. That is the battle, and Scotland is defending a hill, but England just has so many numbers here, and they did come in somewhat piecemeal. But they should probably actually win this. That is some pretty decent rolls. Scotland is slightly better on morale, funnily enough. So I think this will actually be a win for Scotland. Although, no, I think it will just the numbers basically are going to carry it across, I'm afraid. Although they did just roll a 9. God, that was close, but... Oh no, Scotland does win this. Wow, okay. Don't know if Scotland can maintain this. They are probably quite over force. They are very over force limit. Scotland cannot maintain this. Dear God, no. They cannot maintain this. At the same time, I think England took quite a beating here. England is still positive. They haven't taken a loan. Wow, England is over force limit, sure, but they can absolutely afford it. No. This is a do or die war for Scotland, but England is not even... Well, they are feeling the pain, but it's not too bad for them at all. How is this war going on here? It does look like with Lübeck's help, I'm afraid, they are pushing forward, although this is by no means a done deal for Sweden here. They do have quite a bit, and Lithuania to their aid. Of course, with Lübeck's navy as well, this is basically never hegemony for, in this war, at least guaranteed for Denmark. Anyway, this also happened. It's Aragon getting killed early by Castile. And Portugal is part of this as well. Not sure what Portugal is getting at all out of this war. Maybe a favour from Castile, but even then, that is harsh. Tunis, at the same time, are their only ally, and I don't know if they can help them, really. They are currently sieging out Jarid. I'm not sure if that's the main war goal, to say the least, but hey-ho, that's something. That is even a separate war. They are actually here, to be fair, in their record with 15k, so can't expect them to do absolutely nothing, but they do need to hurry up and clean up Jarid. They don't need 9k on here, they can just leave 4k and go siege. Wow, I did not expect that many player wars, although I guess they have to. Is Naples being involved in this entire war at all? No, Naples is just sitting here with AK men. That is classic AI Naples if I've ever seen it. Of course, Ottomans just going straight in for Byzantium. There's no Byzantium player now, so they have free reign of that. I do think Denmark is pushing through here. Yes, they are on that siege. I would fight them in Kalmar. This is about as good as it gets as a battle. But at the same time, it's going to be a tough battle at the absolute latest as well. It is the woods, and again, it's about as good as it gets. Is this defensive edict? It is defensive edict, so they do have quite a bit of time. Denmark is hemorrhaging cash. They are hemorrhaging cash like mad, and they are quite a bit in debt. At the same time, Sweden can probably... Yeah, they've taken all their loans. This is the Sweden death war. They have gone 6 over force limit, sure, but they could. I would probably, since it's the death war, grab a Merc company as well and go for it. Assuming they're just waiting here, letting them trip for a bit, but even then, quite dodgy. Morocco straight in for a bite of Clemenceau, which makes perfect sense, I guess. Morocco does want to consolidate this land before their rivals get a chance to. And how is this front looking? Okay, this is awkward. The main fort saving their land is not actually good fort fighting. Flatlands does not give any defensive rolls. In the ideal world, you want to fight them in here. That's a -2 roll. That's going to be pretty good for you, but no. How is Scotland making a push into England? It does look like it, but no. Again, it is a Scotland death war. very heavily in debt, but England not really feeling the burn, just one loan, only using 3 ducats a month. They can keep doing this for a while. Eventually they will get War of the Roses, but not before they can completely crush Scotland here. And yes, that is an unfortunate scenario for Byzantium to be in. We haven't even looked at the Asian series. There's just so much happening in Europe. Yeah, I mean, Italy is very crowded. Naples gone is something, but Pope has allied a Hungary and a Milan. Milan being an AI. Venice also allying Hungary. That is actually fine because Hungary is not a great power. No, they're not. How is Asia doing? Let's look at them to see if they've done any other ones. Yep, VJ. Going straight for Bahmanis. Not much chance of Bahmanis there, especially with the player VJ. I've seen Bahmanis actually win this in single player, but not with the player Bahmanis. They have 0 chance there. Bengal, I'm not sure if they've done any wars yet. Nope, I don't think so. Although no, they are at war here. I'm being completely blind. Not sure why they're going for this, but I'm assuming their guess is to cut off Jaunpur's expansion into, well, rightwards. Oirat as well at war with Bahmanis, and they have allied Vijayanagar and Jaunpur, so maybe an Indian Thunderdome. Well, not a maybe, that's almost a guaranteed. Oman consolidating with Yas. Hormuz has some unfortunate allies, although they probably, yeah, Davasir is now getting killed by Oman here as well. So, yeah, no. Oman should be fine here. He's a quite experienced player. Let's quickly check in with how even Mutapa is expanding. Quite aggressively killing all their neighbours. They do really want to consolidate the gold in this region. And yeah, even sieging out here. If they can grab some vassals, they can even start getting all of this area going for them, which would be amazing. I mean, they'll definitely need to resist Europeans. This land has actually got no AIs in it, so that will be very nice for the Europeans to eventually colonize. But going back to the wars, and that is true, I completely missed that, but that does look like England was beaten back by the Scottish again. England now definitely starting to feel the burn, to be fair, so Scotland is definitely taking down England while they can, but the real question is how much can Scotland maintain this? And the answer is no, not a lot. They should probably take these loans while they can, while their income is still high, before it starts hitting them. They have given over control to monetary policy. Denmark is still in the siege now, 21% progress, but it does look like Sweden's maybe going for a push here. And Brandenburg killing Pomerania makes sense, I guess. But yeah, they either have to give up this fort, but well, I would say they're giving up this fort now as well, which would have been probably the only chance they had of fighting them, which is unfortunate. How is Aragon doing? They got hit hard early, and oh nope, they lost the battle there, which I missed as well. Unfortunate, but Castile does start with quite a nice 15% morale of armies, which is very tough for Aragon to counteract. They only start with trade efficiency, galley combat ability, not something that's good for early game fighting. They do have one saving grace. Eventually, Castile they have a terrible ruler, so and they have an amazing ruler, so they'll definitely be able to get Miltech 4 before, but they are getting very slaughtered way before Miltech 4. Yeah, Miltech 4 is quite far off, and since they can't now fight them on here, they should have their defensive edict to this. They have not defensive edict to this. They really should see if they can hold this until they recover their morale, going for a fight too. Because this is about as good as it gets for fighting Castile. Tunis, I'm assuming, yeah, they're pulling everything. They're pulling all stops. Jared is allowed to live, because Tunis will be trying to sneak this fleet over, this 6k over, I'm assuming. England should really murk up and just be done with this war here. They are out of manpower, which is really bad because all of the English missions require 60% manpower to get so many nice claims. And also, is this a subjugation? No, this is just a conquest CB, which is unfortunate. That means they can't kill Scotland here, so Scotland could be able to grab a last second ally, which would be very unfortunate for England's attempt of hegemony of the British Isles. See, if they did the mission to get If they did this mission, they wouldn't get a subjugation CB on Scotland, which would allow them to kill it in one shot. But hey ho, that's them to know. France consolidating with Brittany makes perfect sense. Probably will consolidate with Provence, and they have received this piece of land off Scotland over the Pope. That is a huge amount of land that France has got for free. They have literally no allies, but they have got so much land for free. They've got loads of provinces of England. They've got a free province of the Pope. They are now second great power just from all of that, which is absolutely insane. That is some very well done diplomacy by McFatsauce. So hats off to him. And Muscovy has completely cleaved over Novgorod, claiming a nice border with Sweden, and disallowing Sweden to go into any more Novgorod land. I am not sure why Lithuania is helping Sweden. They should really be taking this opportunity to consolidate the Livonian Order and Teutonic Order, but no, instead it does look like Lithuanian troops are going to die in vain, especially since I did miss that battle. Kalmar falling, and yeah, they just pushed in. Sweden will probably hold here until the end, but they are making Denmark pay dearly for this land, I'll tell you that much. With not looking good for Denmark overall, although only using 5 ducats a month, they're still quite heavily over force limit. They're losing a lot of mill points from all these leaders. They need to. Denmark really needs to get rid of these admirals. Like, they don't need 2 admirals, no way. And they should be able to get rid of this leader. Enough generals, and they are hemorrhaging mill points. But is this going to be such an early end? No, they are going to try and fight this, it does seem. Although, fight them with what is a better question. Even if they send a 7k over, they do need to merc up, and Aragon... force limit. They're under force limit. Aragon, what are you doing? You are under force limit. You really should be well over this. This is almost a death war for you. Any more player wars? Morocco. What is Morocco doing? Morocco's in a player war. Because Morocco has attacked Castile in a Moroccan humiliation, which has dragged Portuguese troops over here. Although I'm not sure it's going to be... Oh, I would not take that battle. They will be defending a crossing with -2. That is bad. They might have a navy to sneak over, but which is exactly what they're doing, to be fair. But also it's a humiliation war. They cannot take land. At best, what Morocco should do is try and land in Aragon and try and help the fight on the fort. That would be the best place to fight them, but we shall see. At least a distraction is a distraction in any case of the scenario. Humiliation war is just unfortunate, because they can't take any land, which means there's no real threat to it. Has Tunis finally pieced... They have not pieced out Jerid, really, and Jerid is starting to siege them out. Unfortunate. They really do need to get this 7k stack over to there, if they really want to keep their eye alive. Florence starting to consolidate a bit of land, grabbed Corsica of Genoa. So, surprised the Italian Thunderdome hasn't gone off. And still a stalemate, funnily enough, at this front. It does seem that England is just going for the classic strategy of waiting them out, although they have now started to feel the burn. What have they done? How much over force limit they have? What are they doing? That is way too much over force limit. They don't need to be this much over force limit at all. They are just throwing money away into the wind. Like, they do not need this many troops to fight Scotland. Scotland is not long for this world. Scotland is losing money like a madman. But yeah, it looks like they're just going to stare at each other for a while. This probably will be the death of Scotland, and even if they manage to grab a last second ally, the only way they'll be able to come back is if a France intervenes and keeps them alive. But yeah, Sweden is not looking too close. It might be the first death of the session as well. Anyway, I think that's enough in Europe. I'm going to quickly go look how the other people are doing. Mutapa looking very, very impressive. Have they grabbed any more vassals? They have grabbed Luba, which means they can start coring off Luba. Actually, I'm not sure if they can, but at least they can give this land to their subjects. And Kilwa now, doing some of their own wars. I almost thought Kilwa was a player there, but hey ho. And a message from Oda. How is Oda doing? Oh no, Oda. That is does not look like you're doing great there. They bite off more than they can chew. I think they bought off more. Oh, they bought off. Yep. They fired a coalition war before they were too big, which means, yep. This might be the first death of the session, actually. Depends if they can hold out long enough before the thing. Before Sweden dies, but that's definitely a contestant for first death of the session. Very impressive land they took, but they need to have the force in it to back it up. And I don't know if they will. Thing is, they will actually live here, funnily enough, because it's separate wars. They're not all sieging out the land, so none of the AIs are going to have enough war score to actually enforce anything. So yes, they are losing money like madmen, but they can. That plus that one base income, although it's less, is actually enough to keep them afloat, to say the least. And I think that is the first peace deal they did take, Chiba, because I do remember them sieging that. That's good to know. They need to get back to their capital, though I'm assuming they're just going to let that fall. Just by unsieging this land, so best of luck for them, but that is not looking good. With Matapa, yes, Matapa does look very impressive, does it not? Very good consolidation, but will that be enough by the time Europeans arrive? Ethiopia also going for quite a bit of an early conquest, quite aggressive as well. I'm surprised that Dal has been left alive for this long. Did they ally someone big? Oh, they have a bucket list of allies, so that'll probably be why. What has Mami been doing? Mami has got the border of the Ottomans, so they can go for the Ottomans whenever they please, although Ottomans have a bucket list of allies and a half. Jesus Christ. I'm assuming they returned course to Albania here. They did that earlier just to try and ally them and maybe subjugate them later, although I would be unsure how that works out for them. But yeah. Tunis, unfortunately. Oh no, I think they lost the battle there, yeah. Must have missed that. They probably went for it and lost that, which is rather unfortunate. And I think has Morocco. Yeah, Morocco's been beaten back as well. Not looking too hot for Aragon. Is Scotland pushing into England? They are. What is England doing? They are so high over force limit, and why are they so bad? And they've got a peace. No, that was the Castile-Morocco peace offer. Yeah, no, that is. If Scotland can win this, that would be remarkable. I thought they were for sure a goner here, but no, they are keeping themselves afloat. They can still take more loans. Yep, 10 corruption. I would not recommend that. I would rather take loans any day of the week, but hey ho. Guess if you need money that bad, which they definitely do, can't encourage. Sweden is not looking on for this world, unfortunately, at all. I think Lubeck was enough, and Lithuania is still fighting here. They really should not be. And yeah, no, Sweden is on a timer here. That is the ironic thing as well. If they can get a full siege of Lubeck, they can basically enforce peace. That would be like 60% war score. They can knock Lubeck out if they can just siege out their capital. But I'm not sure they'll be able to do that. That's the real question. And they're trying to, well, I think it's not contested. I think that's just their boats being kicked out of their ports. Well, they are winning this battle at least. That's something. But they're just trying to retreat out of it. Yeah, no. Very little chance. Georgia going for their cause back. I have to commend it. Go Georgia. And a Jam going for an early Timmy war. Well, I say early, it's 1440. Yeah, very, still quite early. Unfortunately, it's been speed 2 because there's just so many player wars. Almost like half the people on the list are in a player wars from 1448. Like, yeah. Jampur and Sirhind as well. Is that a player war? That is a player war, and that is. The Indian Thunderdome has begun. They have allied Bengal and Sindh, but the question is Bengal helping them in this war? They are, but they're just sitting, doing nothing. So that is the Indian Thunderdome already off. Dear God, yep, that is the Indian Thunderdome. Jampur and Vijay versus. Oman is, yep, killing Hormuz. And, pretty successfully in that. Oman will be able to consolidate this area, and they are a good player, so I'm looking forward to see what they'll do. Again, a Jam not long for this world. Jan Zhao also doing quite a bit of early expansion, and Korea as well. Seems they're not fighting each other. They're not allied, so clearly not an alliance, but it'll be interesting to see how that continues. At the same time, Oda, I think he may have bit off more than he can chew. He has minus 99% in this war, so they can start stab hitting him out, which is unfortunate. I don't see where his armies are, in all honesty. And that may be because he doesn't have one. I think that is because he doesn't have one, yes. Well, I think that might be seeing the first death here. Unless he manages to get out of it by just returning the couple provinces. Even then, he is bit off more than he can chew here, unfortunately. So that is that. Magic Party is a player. What he has done is a different question. It looks like not much. In honesty, and Khmer is also seeming to be taking a more chill approach. Although I think they have just vassalized. They have just vassalized the Champa. Is that because they have they have grabbed? Yep. Oh, and they have grabbed all of this. I had not noticed that. So well done to them. God. Very unfortunate for Sweden here, but yep. Some players do have to die first. Yeah, and it does look like England is starting to push back, but unfortunately for them, their civil war has fired. And dear God, is England going to be losing this one as well? They do have slightly more cavalry, but they have got a discipline advisor as well. But unfortunately, just the hill fort is what's making them pay so dearly for this battle. Yeah. It does seem like they're going to finally win this. They do have the naval blockades, so they will be able to siege this out quite a bit faster. Yeah, war's already breached. And the real question is, how good is that Pretender Rebel? 352 versus the 142. I may even be tempted to. Well, no, you want to win the War of the Roses. It does give some very bad debuffs to lose it, but I would not normally say no to that Pretender. France consolidating quite nicely here. Brittany is already gone. It means their AE with the rest of the world is sticking down. I do need the coalition map mode in these settings, I do believe, but hey ho. Map modes I need to sort out quite quickly. Again, I'm on a new computer. So yeah, that is quite a bit of a coalition with AI, but yeah, England can join that, Castilian can join that, but I think these players are in no position to fight France here. And France is sitting very nicely compared to all the other players that are doing early game death wars. They are in very good positions. They have all their debt to go, as it were. Very generous to them to force limit as well. And yeah, France is in a very strong position. Muscovy in for round 2 against Novgorod, it seems. No, that is not Novgorod, that is Great Horde going in. And that is actually an AI, so hats off to them, I believe. Yep, occupied by Great Horde. I don't think they can take land here, so Moscow will be fine, although Moscow will be killing Great Horde as well later. But it does look like, yep, Sweden is not long for this. Although they are winning that battle, so actually they might be able to push this back. I take it back. They are on a death timer here. They can't take many loans. They can still take 10 debases at least. But they did fight them back here. And they do start with very nice ideas for combat as well. 20% infantry combat ability is nothing to be scoffed at this early on. 3 speed. I need to ask literally every single player at war for 3 speed. So, yeah. I think it's almost safe to assume at least one of them will not want speed 3. How is Oda doing? Well, Oda's got some of their land on siege, although they have had to give up land, I can see. Although, yep. I don't think they can kill this 11k. They have an army again, so that's something. They are quite badly in debt for ooh, that is almost their entire debt limit. That is unfortunate, actually. Yeah, this is costly. Although, to be fair, they might be able to get out of with more land than they got from this initially, which is always nice to be in a coalition war. That is the thing with coalition wars in Japan. You can't profit land off them. I think that's what he tried to do here. He tried to get so many coalition wars to fire on him that he'd profit land. Unfortunately, he still did not eat enough to be big enough to fight them. Again, Janzo looking nice. And who is that? We have... That is the Brandenburg player. We will have to continue. Sorry, Brandenburg player, but that is the grim reality. I will have to tell him right now that that is a thing, but... Yep. I'm going to have to join the other chats. Where is Brandenburg? Is it a real question? There it is.
Why are you?
Hello, Brandenburg. You did DC.
It's a script that generally start with it.
We can't, Brandenburg, we can't really pause with so many people, I'm afraid. We just wait for you, but do feel free to join back in when you can. It's still speed 2, because everyone in the member's name is in the player wall. Really hard to keep track of.
General now as well with 4 shock.
Oh,
very nice. But yeah, Brandenburg, if you can come back, do try. But yeah, we can't pause for you, I'm afraid. The real winner of all of this seems to be the people far away, people not in player wars. Ottomans are doing very nicely. They've avoided the early player war, I think, very strongly over dip relations, and they did vassalize Albania, so they got Skanderbeg on their side, funnily enough. But I think they're just doing this because they're prepping for the Mami War. And although they are in debt, they also have I do remember them building up quite a fancy navy. They do, and that is very galleys. Yep, that is a fleet ready to fight the Mamluks. The question is, do the Mamluks have a fleet ready to fight back? And the answer is quite clearly no. Actually, that will very quickly lose to Ottomans. So Ottomans will have naval supremacy in a 1v1 war here, though it does depend what Mami brings in. Mami should really fight Ottomans earlier rather than later, because the more time passes, the more Ottomans build up their advantage. A jam also, I saw they were winning this war, but it does seem that Timmy is managing to push back, especially with Panzoxiano, who I believe this was just the Timmy Independence War, was the CB, seeming to be losing quite heavily to Uzbeks out of all people, of course, which makes sense, this is a player. But yeah, best of luck with the jam. They're in a perfect position to form Persia, of course, which is a very strong tag, and form Timmy themselves if they really want to go for it. But at the same time, this is not a war you want to be losing at all. They were winning that quite handily. I'm afraid I did miss that, but yeah. Oman again. Did they vassalize Devasir? They did. And yeah, they are. This is Oman sorted. Unfortunately, I don't have a boat to go over to Hormuz itself, but Hormuz is not long for this world. Let's quickly check in. Mutapa, are they going to go in for a Kilwa war? They have not, but they are probably in a position to do so. Oh, we have a hot join request, so we will be pausing for that. Yep, Hip Top Toast, Skanderbeg is now works for the Ottomans, leading the brave Ottoman arm. Well, probably the best Ottoman general, funnily enough, Skanderbeg. Definitely making the Alt History title live up to its name, I'll tell you that much. So that's that. Best of luck to Skanderbeg trying to live. Yeah, he did unfortunately disconnect. We did not pause with this many people, but yeah. No, the amount of player wars is really insane this early on. Like, I guess everyone just went for it. I'm a bit sad for Sweden. I think they went in because they seen the player wasn't there, but unfortunately, well, there was a player there, so him arriving late did hurt quite a bit. Oh dear Lord, how's your loading doing? Okay, he is starting to load. He'll get there eventually. Dear. India have been off as well. Unfortunately, I really wanted to see a strong Oda into Japan, and I think they'll still be able to do it. Their situation is very salvageable still. I mean, even if they lose 1 or 2 coalition wars, the other ones they'll definitely be able to win and take land off. So I think it's still very playable. It's just set back quite a bit, to say the least. But outside of that, well, that will severely weaken them in the grander scheme of things. Still 1450, quite early on, but yeah, speed 2 really does hurt when you have so many player wars. Please don't type in the box. And yeah, Lord's internet is not exactly great. That is quite a slow load time, although well, that is the reality you have to take with more than 40 people MP. Yeah. All being black flagged is that. Oh, it does look like Scotland apparently is no longer at war. So I think, did they white peace or did Scotland give off land? Because I don't think he was losing at the end. Okay, Lord has received the endgame. The save game, is he gonna save and ready up? Okay, he is ready. All players have arrived. Okay. And we are back off. Oh, yeah. Wow. Scotland actually, they did not give up a lot of land there. That is a very good peace deal for Scotland. Unfortunately, with this province, England can now just walk straight to the capital. They don't have to fight on this fort, which is very bad. But at the same time, like Scotland paid 1,200 ducats for this war. But dear God, did England pay for this war? They are out of manpower. They are very much hemorrhaging manpower. They have 25,000 manpower down. Their force is down the toilet. Their economy is about as much same debt as Scotland, but they need to get rid of their force. They need to consolidate their troops. They're not going to be able to refit this manpower. They are wasting so much money for being over force limit. Like look at these stacks. Just press this button. That's it. You fixed your economy. Select the stack, press that button, and it's fixed. But no. And what is it? They are fighting Burgundy, of course, because Burgundy doubt them. The AI Burgundy going in for Calais. They should not be fighting this war. They need to focus on this. I would give up Calais. Calais is just... It's a really good province if we can hold on to it, sure, but it's a really hard one to hold on to it. It's a grassland, so the fort isn't great. And just... Burgundy is really strong early. They have loads of subjects. They're 10% morale of armies. And, Oman is supporting Holland's independence. That is beautiful. Yeah, Holland is on a ticking time bomb here as well. They do need to declare independence from Burgundy sooner rather than later, but I think the best bet for that would be just to wait until France or... Well, I guess England goes in against them and strike, but... No. That is definitely very dodgy. Hungary consolidating their borders was quite well. Oh, well. Rip another player, I'm afraid. We will have to continue. No, Aragon not looking good for Aragon here at all. Yeah, they've been pushed down the last fort. They might be kicked off to the islands here, which is unfortunate for them. But they do seem to have naval superiority at the absolute minimum. So it looks like Castile will get their formation of Spain. Their ally Tunis was not enough. Right. Matapas are looking impressive as always, and how is this war going? God, so many wars in Europe, this has not been to pay attention. Bengal has shown up, although so has Vijay, so that is not going to be nice. And it does seem that Jaunpur is very strongly focused on Sirhind. Which, I don't know, I would have definitely focused on Bengal and getting them out of the war, if anything, so I could full annex Sirhind. But do look at that general, that is a general and a half. Let me tech into, Let me tag into Sirhind. Why is it not letting me tag into Sirhind? Unfortunate. I think that is a pushback for Sirhind. I think they will have this back. A 454 with shock damage received. That is... They might be able to screen this, although again, Vijayanagar is here. I think they will now focus on getting Bengal out, but... Yeah. Not looking too great overall for them. This is definitely going to drag them down quite a bit, this war. Which means that if, say, an Oman becomes too strong and goes for it, he's gonna have a much easier time colonizing into India, and so will any other Europeans. Did they release? They did release that as a subject. It makes sense, but I don't know. There's quite a few subjects. I would be quite careful with that. And we have lost Florence, unfortunate. But again, that's the price you have to pay. The Italians are probably breathing a sigh of relief, if anything. Although I guess they were at war, but this is why it's very, very important to set your AI preferences before you leave. So they could at least peace out with this war, if anything, not to drag them too far down. Ottomans consolidating Wallachia makes perfect sense. I'm gonna... Oh, and Herzegovina as well. If they get as a subject, and they probably will most likely grab that as a subject, even though they'll go even more over their relations there, that will be a very good station post to just have troops that can walk around these very nice forts Hungary has. Because Hungary has some very nice forts against the Ottomans. A mountain one and a hill one right on the front line. And they did... Hungary did get the gold mine. So that is a bit of a hit to the income of of Ottomans, and that it may be crucial money that will help Hungary fight these wars, because they really do need it, don't they? But at the same time, will that be enough, especially with Herzegovina? No, they did not go for a Herzegovina subject. Fair enough. That would have been put them very heavily over force limits, so I can understand that as well. So no, if anything, Hungary needs to consolidate with Herzegovina soon before Venice does, or the Ottomans go for it definitely. How is Uzbek doing? Uzbek also a player? Hemorrhaging cash, but hey, it's a horde. It's about as, you know, that's what you should be doing as a horde. They have started, what war are they in? They are helping, are they allied with Timurids? They are not. Yeah, actually, I was going to say no, they are in the process of murdering the Timurids. Yes, they are. I'm assuming through some form of support independence war that has been done. Yep, oh sorry, well, or just the war of Transoxiana straight up. So that is a nice bite of land, especially this land, look at it. If you were to raise this, that's so many nice monarch points. Like, that button would be pressed so quickly, although I guess they might want to keep this land just as well. Good land to have. Although, well, as a horde, you should be raising in my opinion. But hey, you should, that's just me. How is Oda doing? Oh, is Oda back to square one? They are, with a coalition. That is very unfortunate. Are they actually back to square one? They are genuinely back to square one. Unfortunate for them at all. Dear God. Of course, yeah, no one really has cause on them. But they should be able to grab this province. Which actually, no, they can't grab this province. They have no way to core it. God, that is unfortunate for Oda. They seem to have done really well early on, but I think they definitely bit off more than they can chew here. Yeah, you should be able to take money off this war at least and start paying off some of this huge debt. Huge debt. Their income is certainly recovered, to say the least. Yeah. I mean, this is still just a very nice province. They have debbed it 9 times, makes sense. They've almost doubled their dev just from having their capital debbed, but that's not quite enough to unite India. Pep going more ham in Europe. Oh no, Khmer has lost their subjects. This is why you do not. You be careful with subjects. It's very easy to. Was that just in player map mode? Yeah, they did lose their subjects. No, they have not. This player map mode is lying to me. Unbelievable. They have not lost their subjects. What am I saying? Their player map was lying to me, and they have allied Magic Party, so that's nice for them. Magic Party has taken it quite chill this campaign. They should really be consolidating these islands before someone else does. How is this war going? Jean-Paul. Sirhind is definitely pushing in, and it does look like with their morale they may have lost the battle there. Although Bengal is also not long for this world. There's no efforts to kick Vijay out of the war either, so I think in the long run, if Jaunpur can hold off long enough with Bengal out, they'll be able to push out Sirhind as well. Ajam does seem to be turning the tide too, so that is always good to see. Although no, I think that's just looked like it. That is unfortunate. Ajam really does need to be winning this war. Oh, and it does look like Mami has gone in. Are they with the Ottomans? They're attacker against Hungary. They have down the Hungarians. So, oh dear. Yeah, no, Aragon is not long for this world. Unfortunately, that's been established before. But at least it does look like Sweden's been pushing back, so well done to Sweden. There's just too many wars to keep track of. Yeah, Michael, we can't stop stream snipers, so we just kind of have to accept that as something that happens, I'm afraid. At the same time, there's not much more I know I can say about that. In all honesty, out of this entire European wars and all of these wars, I think the real winner here is France. They consolidated Provence now as well. Very aggressive because it's only 1451. Their AE must be huge. But we do have to remember they got all this land from England and this province from the Pope for absolutely free, which is quite nice. Also, it does look like, yes, Ottomans went on Hungary with Austria being in this, and so is Poland. So I think that's a partition of Hungary this early on. Makes quite a lot of sense, but I think Mami should be hitting Ottomans now. This is about as good as the time they get to hit Ottomans. And honestly, I'm assuming they have. Yep, Florence is back, so that is that. Venice is also involved, of course, I know, with Hungary. So this is quite another major war. We are going to be on speed 2 for till quite a bit, shall we say. I guess with so many people, it's almost guaranteed. Morocco has left. Yeah, I don't think Morocco was doing much anyway. I mean, you still have quite a bit of islands left, so you could try and colonize Exodus into something, but not looking too good for you, I'm afraid. Scotland, actually, they are starting to recover, funnily enough. They did bankruptcy. Ooh, that is brave, because if their truce runs out, yeah, if they're 1455, if their truce does run out, also should on pause. Okay, they may just be able to get away with it. The July, yeah, they'll be able just to go. Their bankruptcy ends just as England can go in for round 2. But I'll be fully honest, England does not look like it's in a position to go for round 2. The rebels are literally sieging out their capital, and they're still trying to break. They're still trying to hold this. This is unfortunate for them as well, because, oh no, they just won that siege. That is ugly. That's going to have a -2 landing penalty. They need to bring this 12k stack to even have a chance of winning. And they are going to get absolutely slaughtered here. They have so much less morale. They are fighting Tech 3 on 10-4 with a landing. No, this is the end of the English army here. Especially since basically, yeah, nowhere to retreat. That is England very much gone. I think Scotland might be able to, once their bankruptcy is over, to actually push England, if anything. England is in a very terrible shape. At least no one got overforced them, but their army is entirely mercenaries. And they have an income of 10 with 5 ducats of maintenance. Scotland is a very good call to bankruptcy there. I think they will at least be in a position to fight now, once their bankruptcy is over. Yeah, that's a smart idea to drill these. That is also a very good leader for Scotland. That's probably why they've been doing so well. Josh really pushing well above his weight. And it does look like, remarkably, Sweden has turned this around. Did they peace out Lubeck? They did not peace out Lubeck. They just turned this around like, oh, I see why they turned this around, because the entire Lubeck Denmark army has gone over to peace out Lithuania. That will do it. They are on a timer here then, and unfortunately they won't be able to push into Denmark because of this nail blockade. So they should be able to grab as much as they can and then just hopefully sit on this fort and just try and control the crossings. But best luck of them with that. They are on a timer here as well, and they're still on their bankruptcy timer, unfortunately, for them, so not looking too good. Aragon as well, it's just a dead man walking. Not quite that bad financially, but still not a great spot, and not much to go for army-wise. Tunis even lost land to Fazan and to Gort AIs, trying to save them, their friend, but that was not enough. Ethiopia doing fine, although are they losing that war to AI? No, I think that's just, yeah, they're pushing it down, so they let Beja get quite a few sieges off. Mutapa is still very much in control of this game, very much consolidating this area, so well done to them. The economy is looking good, but that is a lot of gold income, and that interest is starting to go up. That inflation, they should keep an eye on. Should definitely keep an eye on that. Oda again, unfortunately, I thought I had quite a bit of hope for them, but they're literally back to square one with a huge amount of debt. It is about all they got out of that. 1.76 ducats a month. 1.76 ducats a month of debt is horrible. And they did lose quite a lot of their cores as well, I do believe. Yes, so not looking too good for Oda there, especially now that Ashikaga is going to start annexing land in 3 years, and they might be on the list to be integrated, which is unfortunate. Although they have kept up their liberty design enough for that not to be a problem so much. How is the Ottoman war going? Where is the Ottoman? The Ottomans, Mami has gone in, makes sense, but if I'm being fully honest, I think they let the Ottomans live for too long. This is not something they want to be fighting, I'll be completely honest here. They should drop back here, definitely. But they have some very nice forts to fight them on as well. But the Ottomans do bring the troops here now. And Mami's... Oda is not yet dead, Josh. Although that is... He's down to 1 province, he's back to square 1. But with the Ottomans at least extracted with Mami, this does give a chance for Hungary, which, to be fair, they are starting to take it. Poland as well, I'm not sure why they're in this war. I'm assuming they've been promised Slovakia is my guess, but will that be enough is the real question. I do love. Did Bohemia get PU'd? They did get PU'd with Austria, so well done for Austria for getting that PU. I do love this Cheb that he grabbed. Austria definitely knows why they got this province off. England are really not looking too good. They would probably have to lose Calais here, and they're just getting down and down and down. Their economy is absolutely screwed. So, and Scotland has played that really well, so I think in the grand scheme of things, Scotland will be winning that. Oh dear. Uzbek is doing well. Uzbek has done very well for themselves as well, I do have to say. Wartime war against the Timmy to grab land and dip before they get punished for it too hard. Losing money, but only 1 loan, which is very impressive for a horde. Hordes are not known for their ability to generate income. Georgia are also taking this Mami Ottoman war as an opportunity to eat some QQ. It's understandable. Georgia's very much stuck between a rock and a hard place here. Eventually Ottomans and Mami is going to come knocking. So at best they should be able to play one each other off, but yeah. Have the how's this going? Well, they're starting to. Lithuania still committing fully to this, but Danish pretender rebels are garrisoning the Danish forts. Quite funnily enough, that is the garrison currently, which is a very smart idea to try and push out Lithuania. Lubeck must be very much in debt from this as well. Yeah, 1,000 ducats in debt. They are losing 2 loans a month. No, oh dear God, Lubeck 7.5 from being overforced limit. Lubeck is bleeding in a death wall. Oh, unfortunately, they disconnected just for Denmark here. I don't know how much Denmark promised Lubeck, but it's better be good for that kind of compensation. I am interested to see what Castile takes in this peace deal. Oh no, Scotland is gone. That is unfortunate. But we do have to continue. I really do hope he comes back. I was really looking forward to seeing that. A bit of consolidation in the HRE as well from the couple of miners here. As Holland has not yet gone for their independence, which is unfortunate. But they do have quite a bit of time as well. Muscovy still at truce with Novgorod. Till 61, so that will be interesting when that happens. But well, not interesting. That is Novgorod. That's not long for this world. Muscovy as well is very much in a state to do war right now. They only have a couple loans, which is not that bad for Muscovy. They're positive income, generous force limit. They are in a position to do wars. They do need to sort out their trade income and everything. But once Muscovy gets the ball rolling, they'll be in a very beautiful position. England is just unfortunate here. Oh no, that is an ugly peace deal. What have you done? That is a violation of human rights and a half. They took all the main forts, and I'm assuming that is because Navarra is a Castile PU. Oh dear, Sweden. That is unfortunate. Since you are in like a major player war right now, I think we will have to wait for you. Yeah, we will have to. I will make a save as well, just in case. I will continue, but we are gonna have to wait for Sweden because that is a player war crash, which is important. I'll let people know. Oh, did I miss so many messages? Yep. Half the world is in play. Of course. am going to wait for Lubeck to rejoin with hopefully things. Good luck with that war. Looks fightable is all I can say. Of course. And I think we will have to... Yeah, that is probably a good time for a quick interview with the arrogant player. Where is he? Hello. While we are pausing waiting for Sweden to rejoin. Yeah.
So, did you move me? Yeah, perfect.
Yes,
so, I obviously lost the
Quite
war.
handily there.
Portugal never joined. Sorry?
Yeah, quite handily. Portugal joined on the wrong side, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, not only that, the other Portugal player has agreed to join me. England was about to join me, but for some reason he seems to be a bad player.
England is... no, England did not do on that Scotland war. They, shall we say, not in the best position. They really did badly in the Scotland war is all I can say. I think Scotland actually has this overall in a better position, come out better out of that war, even though Scotland burned to hold them off.
Well, as far as I know, England started the war, and if you're not certain, you don't do that.
Well, again, England should have won that by all accounts, but they did not. And yes, we're not going to start. I should be honest. It is Scotland had a very nice general, but even then, England did not play that too well, to say the least.
In any case, the same applies for Morocco. Morocco completely failed it. Me, Tunis, and Morocco could have destroyed them, but Morocco failed it completely. He just got 20 or 30k stack wiped for no reason because he moved to the wrong position. In any case, I'm not here to talk about their failures.
No, it's always nice to hear. But yeah, I think you did pretty well there. I'd missed that last time battle, I think, on the mountain fort, but yeah, no, it's very much
I did try. We destroyed their navy completely.
I did see that, which is very nice. Tunis could send some troops over at least, but
yeah, we completely, and we had the Strait of Gibraltar as well. So the way it is, I have no army. Obviously, Spain is gone. Given that I cannot support and keep Naples on me, so Naples is going to get independence at some point as well. It's going to declare on me, and I'm going to be left with the islands, which I'm going to lose on next wars and so on.
Yeah, that is very true.
I'm lost completely, so I lost the game. I think it's a bit early, and I am asking if I can reseed pretty much.
That is fair enough. Yeah, since I think you still have 2 hours and 90 minutes of session, I think that's fine for a reseed. The real question is where. Could you? If you're on a game right now,
I did discuss it. I did discuss it with France, Muscovy, all the players in the other channel. Morocco is gone, and Portugal is gone as well for some reason. So I wanted to ask if I can join as Portugal. I think it's fair for the game.
And did they leave us players? I missed that, funnily enough. But
Portugal is gone, completely gone. Morocco as well.
Oh well, I actually missed that, funnily enough. Sorry, there's half the world's in player wars, if I'm being honest. India's in a player war, etc., etc., and there's like 5 player wars in Europe. But I still did miss that. I think, yeah, Portugal will probably be fine here. I know it's a bit ironic that a country they helped kill you is getting relocated into, but I think for the purpose of keeping Castile somewhat contained.
I mean, I don't have personal feelings at all. It's a game, right? I don't care about that
enough.
as long as I can do something.
It's just a concern of, in general, for game balance, you on purposely die to an AI so that you become that AI. It's kind of an exploit you want to avoid, but I think it's fine on this screen. Oh, Portugal said give him 10 minutes.
The point is that England is lost. You have Scotland for trade. France might do trade, but other than that, it's only Castile, and you don't want to have a monopoly on trade, as far as I understand. With Spain,
to say the least,
right?
yeah. If Morocco is gone, because Portugal said he'll be back in 10 minutes, would you want to go into Morocco instead then?
Okay, so Portugal is going to come back?
I just heard in chat that Portugal will be back in 10 minutes, apparently, so I'll be here. But, you know, I well done, I guess, for not fighting them on the Flatlands fort, although I did see a loss again. I missed all these battles, sorry, but...
it's fine, there's a lot going on.
There is a lot going on. Half the people next on the human players list have a blue thing next to them. So yeah, if I do look at players map real quick, yeah, I'd probably prefer Morocco. They did keep all their subjects, and if I do
Okay.
tap back into them.
Morocco is fine as well. Okay, just
are
move
you
me back to
roster-
the.
Okay, will do. Well,
Just let me know.
Yep. Please do join back in thing as soon as possible. Which room were you in? Sorry.
Sorry, what? Say it
Which
again.
room were you in?
The
With
tunnel?
who? Yeah, which channel? Which place?
I was with Castile room 6.
Okay.
So should I
No, I'll
leave
drag
now?
you back.
And...
I'll drag you back. Well, thanks for the thing.
No. I mean for
Oh
should
yeah,
I rejoin
leave
again?
and rejoin now. Yes, because I'm getting some hot join
Immediately.
requests. So, yeah, leave now because I'm getting hot join requests, so I can do both
Okay,
at the same
okay.
time. Because it's kind of annoying when hot join requests and hot join request stacks.
I just left the game.
Yep. And please hot join request. Because I'm getting another one right now as well. Yeah, EU4 as a game for multiplayer, not that one.
I mean, it's a lot of us.
Yeah.
I think the
It's been
most
running
people I've played
impressively
before.
well. Yes.
The most people I've played before is like 25 people, and now we're 40, so it's almost double.
Yeah.
But yeah, Morocco would be fine.
Yeah.
The guy suggested I go somewhere in Asia because there are not many countries, but I
There are
actually
quite a
prefer-
few in Asia, I'll tell you that much. There are not many
I
like
actually
north
prefer
of
Europe a
me,
lot.
but yeah, no, I fair enough.
So
I
the
do.
IP, I found it.
I know. Waiting. I can't spell.
And DC123.
Yep.
Join.
Yep.
Bad password.
Just small caps, not caps. So lowercase.
GC123, GC123. For some reason the ID changes.
I don't know why. I'll be honest. EU4 multiplayer
Join.
is Enigma to the best of us. There we go. I can process both hot joins. Because yeah, it's
Good.
very awkward when I'm like hot join one after another. It's But yeah, no, good to see. Yeah, no, I think you did very well there. Unfortunately, Castile, there's quite an incentive for him to kill you from Spain. So I can see why he did for it. But yeah, no, you definitely did quite well, especially this early on. Yeah, no.
I mean, as Aragon, I think I have many limitations in general with the rules that exist. Because I have Naples, which is a liability, and at the same time I have...
You count as a great power as well, which is rather unfortunate.
Yeah, I count as a great power, which is borderline, so I cannot ally anyone else.
Yeah, unfortunate. But you do have to have the alliance rules, otherwise people have, half of Europe without the other half of Europe, then no one can do any player wars, because any player war involves all of Europe dying for 3 provinces in the Dutchlands, So,
So I selected Morocco.
Yes. I do hope
if
that
Portugal-
the person below that is Sweden. I do think so. But yeah. No, well, best of luck. Morocco could have eaten quite a bit more of Clemente, I'll tell you that much. But yeah. Yes.
I think he got stacked wipe and then he just left. I don't know why.
Well, I think he's a new player. New players, when they, they're used to that. Oh, if single player goes badly, they lose one battle. They just rage quit the single player campaign. And I think that is a terrible mentality, but a mentality that a lot of new players possess nonetheless. Yeah.
My only fear with Morocco is that Castile and Portugal are going to attack me again and lose the same players for the second time in the same session.
Well, I mean, Castile probably burned quite a bit fighting you, and Morocco probably didn't know
definitely.
how to burn, so I think you'll be...
I think I cost him a lot. I know he at least has 10 loans. That's far as I know.
Can you ready up or some variation of that, by the way?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
There we go, and yeah, all players should arrive soon. But yeah, no, very well played there. I missed all the battles every time I looked into your country. It was you retreating twice, but yeah. No, and now Naples 100% independence. Liberty Desire, so yeah. No, but regardless, you did well. You didn't
Okay,
you didn't
the
give
country-
it to free for Castile, so that is always nice to see. That yeah.
Yeah, thanks for the compliments.
No, it's nice to see that we're not straight away having people quit. We have quite a few people that, much like Morocco, they lose one battle and they're like, "Yep, we're out. Screw this," you know. So very nice to see that. You continue it. I would try
Hopefully
to
we
offer
can,
advice, but I don't think I can because I didn't see most of it. Unfortunately, again, sorry. There's so many player wars. Like, I ignore Asia for a bit. I come back later, and there's half of India's at war. But yeah, sorry about that. Too much going on.
Nah, it's fine.
But yeah.
Hopefully we can continue doing more in the future, like playing together and so on.
Yeah, fair
And
enough.
now that, like I'm learning players, you're learning me, so.
Yeah, no, it's very
this-
nice to see. Always nice to get more regulars, and that is the thing with this MP. I think because the server's so big, it attracts a lot of new players as well, which means that around half the grand campaigns we have new players, which means that we can't always rely on the A turn up for the sessions and B not quitting after they lose the first battle, which is always rather unfortunate, especially since it's just a roll of the dice whether you get competent allies or not. Unfortunately, you know. Like, as far as we're concerned, you're a new player. You could have also quit after the first loss, you know. But, no, I mean, again, you definitely played yourself well, and I think you've proven that you can at least put up a fight, so that's always nice to see. Yeah. Well, best of luck with Morocco. I do believe you can do it, and worst case to worst, there's always an Africa or a new world to Exodus to. Although I personally am not a fan of that strategy.
We'll see. It's a bit fucked up from the AI at this point. There's no army. Mothballed everything. They're rebels and separatists. No alliances. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Well, best of luck fixing that country. At least it's positive income, but AI is.
It's better than how Aragon was. So.
Yeah. Again, it's a bit hard to see nations to relocate into because it's meant to be a majors game, so a lot of majors are taken. But how do you balance majors when all the majors are out? Is the real.
I'll tell you that it has 100 military power currently. And it's level 3 military technology after 10 years in the game. How is that possible?
They spent no points suppressing rebellions.
I mean, before I lost, the reason I managed to hold so much and Castile lost that much manpower and money is simply because I was the first one to go level 4 military.
Yeah.
By far.
By the way, we will have trunk pulls, just for the heads up, because, well, the other players, but yes. Yes, and the pause. But yeah, well, best of luck with Morocco. You did do well with Aragon, but it was very much stacked against you. So yeah, best of luck recovering with that, and I will deposit you back into your to the chat you were in.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Oh. No.
Like,
sorry,
I don't have
that was the wrong
anything-
chat initially. There we go, right. Well, anyone else initially losing Oh, and this person is back. Oh dear god. Sorry for the constant hot joining and rejoining, yeah. But yeah, no, I agree, so many hot joining and rejoinings, but that's the duality of the big MP. Yeah. It looks tight for Sweden. Lithuania's back here and they can fight is the issue as well. They have quite a few nice forts to hold as well eventually, although their country is burning. Lithuanian country is definitely burning. Yeah, 8 years, 2 hours, that's the duality of MP with so many people. It's just so many player wars and so many hot joins and leaves and people transferring saves at a speed of 1% a decade. But yeah, it does tend to speed up as people die, so that is that. And yes, Scotland is winning remarkably with that. That is actually a point I do wish to talk with Scotland. Let me see where I can. If I can track the man down. There's Lubeck, that is Denmark. There's still Julius Aragon. I don't think he's in voice chat, unfortunately, which is ironic, but hey ho. He did really well there. Jesus Christ, that is a very, very slow internet. I'll tell you that much. Let me do double check again what the Scotland player's name is. Oh no, he did. It's Josh. I think he did crash out, which is very unfortunate because he was doing so well. Yeah, he did, which is very unfortunate from Josh, because I was really looking forward to seeing that Scotland. I think that Scotland would have eventually beaten England, but if England does have probably another 50 years I need to recover from that, that would be yeah. Real big change. Oh dear. Well, I guess, yeah, India and most of Europe is a brouhaha at this moment, but Jesus Christ, they beat fixed. That is a slow internet. There we go. Only took a couple of decades. Yep. There we go. Finally a start, and we are off again. Yes, if Sweden does not win this war, they do not get their independence. They will lose if Denmark keeps the PU. That is the unfortunate thing for them. It is a do or death war for them. Scotland not being a player is... Oh, they haven't done much. I think he put his AI settings quite well. Tap is still doing fine. God, Jaunpur is dying. And, although to be fair, saying that, did they get Bengal out? They did get Bengal out, so no, they'll be fine here, saying that. They'll be absolutely fine here. If anything, it's Sirhind that's on death's door. With VJ actually coming to help, that's Sirhind's days are numbered. They did get Bengal out, which was a crucial part of that war. They still hold on to their subjects. The Major Party still not expanding. And poor Oda not back to one province. Are they back at war? They are back at war. And they've gone against Toki. Should they have that siege? Oh dear, have they built over full summit? No, they have not. They are letting... They are the siege leaders, but they're letting Hosokawa do the sieging. That is very nice, although... Oh dear, they are not long for this world as well. Which is rather unfortunate for them. But yeah. They also don't have the admin points to stab up, although, yeah. Oda, they are still in a position to unify Japan, but they are very much set back, which is going to hold them back. A jam, still this war with the Timurids dragging on, but they should still be able to scream this back. And they do have Miltech 4 at the very least, but at this point, even Timmy has Miltech 4. I think it's even approaching Miltech 5 time. Yes, Miltech 5 is not too much ahead of time by this point, which means, yeah, Lithuania, anyone does have Miltech 5 yet? I don't think so, no. England and Scotland both very hurt by that war. Sweden is out of money to pay for their troops, it seems. I think they just know that while they're not fighting over there, they can get away with it. But Lithuania is also not long for this world. Denmark taking quite a few bites there. Funny enough, it does seem that Ottomans, they are pushing to Mami here, yes, and Mami can probably try and pray and hold this fort, but beyond that, I don't think Mami is much in a position to help Ottomans, although they are forcing them to keep their troops there. Mami is also taking this as a death war, going almost 33 over 40. That's insane. But yeah, they are do or die against Ottomans here, which is very true. This is a do or die against Ottomans. The Ottomans themselves, they definitely have a lot more to do or die. Ottomans not anywhere near bankruptcy as well. Albeit, yeah. God. Same time, Hungary, they have a chance here. They have a lot of their Italian friends in, but the issue is as soon as the Ottomans are done with family, they can just turn around and steamroll this. The Ottoman-Austria alliance is kind of cursed historically, but it does make a lot of sense in the EU4 context with player Hungary, Ottomans, and Austria. So yeah, they still have some manpower going, but again, also very much overforced and very much hemorrhaging cash. I do think that not piecing out Provence because he probably is worried about the coalition is my main guess. Let's see if he does go for the full annex, which he can. That is a coalition of the world, so yeah, he is definitely avoiding that. And yeah, 3-speed will be the dream, but too many player wars, and people would request player war. I think England, did they lose to Pretenders? They did lose to Pretenders, which is quite unfortunate. And did they go bankrupt? They did go bankrupt. Oh dear God. Okay, but they are very much saved by the fact that Scotland is an AI. Scotland was a player that have 2-year window to just absolutely demolish England. That is bankrupt. Unfortunately, that is a window they're not taking. Just the grim reality. Unfortunately, also, it does not seem that Scotland's coming back. I haven't seen chat in a while. Jesus. Brand new Ben, are you in the campaign? And hello. Sorry for not seeing that for a while. Oh dear! England post-monarch death. They might get PE'd by Austria and Burgundy, and if Austria decides to keep that PE, they have 20 years to break that. So, oh dear, that's not nice to see. One thing is for certain, haven't actually had a quote-unquote player death yet. A lot of people leaving, but dear. Odo will be able to grab Minoa, I think, eventually, although, yeah, with that lack of economy. Thankfully, Japan is not too consolidated, so they still have quite a bit of capacity to do stuff, although, again, Ashikaga is going to start integrating people from next year onwards. He is also very much looming towards that bankruptcy, which is not something you want to be seeing. Korea and Pep are taking it relatively slow, it seems. They could definitely be going a bit more aggressive, although they are not, which makes sense. I definitely think Korea is taking this opportunity to probably get quite a bit ahead in tech, which they do seem to be doing. And have they debbed Renaissance? Is the real question. Didn't seem to have, but it will be something that makes a lot of sense for Korea to do. Quite funny enough, they have rivaled, and oh, that's another hot join. Everyone's favourite. I do hope his internet's a bit faster this time. Okay, that's a lot better internet. Dear God. I'm going to lose. Yeah, I agree. Thankfully, this hot join should be a lot faster. And there's the grim reality with so many people. I think I might have to cut hot joining out soon enough. But yeah. Also think it's probably an idea to go to speed 3 because otherwise we're not going to be doing anything for quite a while. Yeah, I think speed 3 is slow enough at this point where people in Player Wars are will still be fine. So I think we will knock it up to speed 3. Yeah, I will make that sense. Yeah, players still have left. That is a very impressive Ethiopia now. Oman doing well for themselves. A Jam, they are burning in almost a Deathwater Timbers, which is never nice to watch, but they do have to win this. And it looks like they will eventually push through, but at an absolutely huge cost. That is not that much debt, funny enough, thankfully, but it's not like they could take much either. So, always unfortunate. It does, however, look like Hungary might be... Oh god, what a battle. And no pausing. Yeah, I know there's a major player war, but we're not getting... Yes, if people are... We're gonna have this discussion, aren't we? Where is the I mean, I guess to some extent they are true. They are requesting speed 2. It's just it's so slow without it. But I can't see, dear God. Okay, and it does seem that Austria does hold out. It was so close as well. But no. I think the thing is, if they had got Austria out of that war, that would have been huge for them. But they're not going to be able to do that anymore. Austria is only minus 16 as well now because that battle was quite a major one. If we do yeah, they are losing battles left, right and centre. If we look at their individual war score against Hungary, they're actually on +5 despite so much of their land being sieged out. So there's no way they're getting pieced out. Well, actually that's overall war score, but if we were to it's minus 16 still. So yeah, nowhere near the minus 15 need for enforced by peace. So I think Hungary, not long for the squad, I'm afraid. Especially since I do believe... Okay, Ottomans have fallen back. And they're falling back something fierce. Are they? Is that because they're over here? No, they're not over here. That does look like Mami is actually pushing them back, which is always very nice to see. And Mami beating Ottomans, no. Not a classic. But hey ho. Ethiopia looking very impressive. I'll tell you that much. Although Mutapa I think has got in for kill, but they have. Will they have enough is the real question. Mutapa is still they have to be star on Miltech 3. Kilwa's on Tech 4, so that is not a fight they want to be getting into. So best of luck with them with that, but it might turn into another Oda situation. Oda has sieged out, you know, so they might be coming back. And is that are they fighting each other? Attacking Iran. Okay, that is not a playable. I thought they were going to be fighting each other, which would have made more sense, but hey ho. France does look so much more consolidated. They've grabbed enough subjects. They still have no player allies, which is quite insane, but they've grabbed enough player subjects to last a lifetime. And with their economy, no debt, a force limit of 53, they can definitely punch really well. No naval build-up. But yeah, I don't think they should be I don't see the point of this fort, if I'm being honest. France wants to grab Anjou, but yeah, France in general, I find before they start pushing their borders further, really struggles with good fort locations. Scotland, unfortunately, looks like they are brain dead. Oh dear. Well, we will have to continue, I'm afraid. but there goes Pep. That is just a disconnect. Those do happen. I've played with Pep quite a few times before, so I do know he's it's just poor connection, but that's in reality. The Lithuania war is still going on. Got a bit of a pusher here. Lithuania also. God, Lithuania. You definitely tried a final stand here, but that is not enough for final stand, and I think you're just making yourself an easy target for Poland and Muscovy to clean up later, which is quite unfortunate. Georgia has done quite well in this area, consolidating quite a bit of power and actually presenting themselves as potentially an interesting alliance for either Mamluks or Ottomans. Whoever comes out on top of that. On that topic, Ottomans, they are starting to get their army back together into some kind of form. They are running a discipline advisor. They have their base and discipline. They have a very, very impressive amount of morale, and yeah, I think Mamluks is still fighting quite the uphill battle here, especially with the lack of economy. That is an absolutely huge amount of money to be losing a month, but that is that. And it looks like their allies are not doing too well here. Let's look at that battle. Finally caught an interesting battle. Poland is defending here, but they can flood so many troops in here, but so can both sides. They do get there in time, but that is not going to be enough. They just field so much more. I would start moving these stacks in Hungary if they had a chance, but they are moving these stacks. Okay, started moving it earlier. They're kind of quite tight, but general wise, they have a bit better in the fire phase, an equal shock phase, but they are getting a river crossing and a terrain penalty. That is very, very unfortunate for them. Although I don't think that's going to be enough. They just have so much more. And in terms of army quality, it's basically even, which is yeah, not looking too great for Hungary here. They are putting up a very excellent fight, but it seems that everyone has taken Death Wars to heart. I'm wondering how good Morocco is in terms of its recovery. Well, they got their troops back together. They do need to fight this eventually, but I think they will be fine here. Their economy is absolutely fine. The AI doesn't tend to like going into loans, so that's nice. And that is not a player Genoa. We have an AI Genoa that's expanded. That is almost impressive, actually. Yeah, I think they lost that Milan War something fierce. They won that Milan War something fierce, which is a player unfortunate. I do think he disconnected quite a bit earlier, but yeah. Which is really a big, huge shame. Scotland would have been such in a beautiful position to punish England, but it doesn't look like that would be the case. And funnily enough, I think Brandenburg, yes, they have gone in against the Teutons, which means that they are definitely going for Prussia here. I think to the surprise of absolutely no one. So Poland is not stopping that, and I think that's because they have more things to worry about. Although it seems that Livonia, Northern, and the Teutons may be enough to stop that themselves. Brandenburg, yep, I've seen. I do believe that was a loan or a debase, or possibly an event actually saying that. I did see the money go up, so I would not take that fight. That is a forest, so yeah. No, do not take that fight. They are going to walk. They managed to save themselves from walking into that fight, thank God. But it's not looking good for the Brandenburgs, although it is still an AI. They do need Königsberg for and Danzig. Well, there's some variations for Prussia, so no. War over a sketchy Albanian claim to Kosovo. Yeah, well, a CB is a CB, unfortunately, and won't be the first time the Balkans started a world war, shall we say. Muscovy definitely taking time to consolidate here. They need to establish borders with Uzbek before Uzbek start establishing borders with them. And the Uzbeks, while definitely in a much weaker position than Muscovy, they're definitely not going to be walked over either. And it does look like Minya's pushing into Oirat, which is quite funny because that's not how that's supposed to go. And hey, look, Oda's expanded at least. Did they delete that fort? They did not delete that fort, so best of luck for paying for that, I'll tell you that much. But yeah. Now, as I called here, Sirhind burned for that. And Mawar even got a slice of that pie. So yeah, as soon as John Paul managed to peace out Bengal with Vijay's help, they managed to punish Sirhind. So it looks like we will have a a player victorious emerged from the Thunderdome. Sindh has managed to grab quite a bit of land here as well, so they haven't been sitting around exactly. And it does look like Ethiopia's done some quite impressive expansion, grabbing quite a few subjects for them. Yeah, I think that Vassal Swam, if they are going to go for a Matapa kill, would be very useful, and it does look like Matapa. Yeah, they will definitely very much struggle against the Miltech 4 killer without Miltech 4 themselves. Miltech 4 is a huge Miltech, and not looking like it'll be much of a win for them. At the same time, this is still ongoing, and this is just painful to watch. Casualties wise, that is not nice to look at. Very even troop wise, funnily enough, although a lot of these are in Mami, which the Ottomans have dedicated, and casualties, funnily enough, quite even as well. Both sides are paying very dearly. 500,000 men over the Balkans is not the first time that's happened, but probably will not be the last. Kosovo is, well, in general, Hungary's partitioning was time. It does seem that they have the Austrians have pushed them out of their land, although whether they will be able to push on to Venice to push them out, well, only time will tell. Venice, will Florence join that war? Florence is not Florence. That is not Florence, that is Poland. I was going to say, yes, Florence are not at war with anyone. I mean, you can't join it, it's against the rules to join mid-war, but I'd probably try and find some way to get involved in this, because I do believe them and Venice are quite close allies. Yeah, it's basically their only ally, so that would have made sense. Again, well done for Castile here. They very much do want to form Spain, and they can intervene. Funnily enough, actually, they can intervene on the Ottoman side because there's difference in great powers. But whether they want to do that is a different story. It does, however, mean that great powers do have an intervention option here. So but you are allowed to intervene mid-war. That is something that is allowed to be done. Though whether you'd want to is a second question entirely. Against Sweden, they've grabbed their sieges of Norway. They got their war score, but with Lithuania gone, and without the control of this fort, they'll just be able to walk in. The Danish pretender rebels really saving Denmark here. Although let's be real here, Denmark has also burnt hard for this. That is only 1,000 ducats worth of debt, actually, not too bad, but that is definitely not a peak performance Denmark. But Sweden, Sweden is very close to death here. Yeah, they will be bankrupting as soon as that's. I mean, it's kind of already over, but it's going to be even more over, especially since Lithuania is not exactly long for this world. Where is the Danish army now that they seem to have left Lithuania? Yeah, they are just chilling here as we're waiting for them to run out of money. An understandable strategy, in all honesty. Muscovy with no player allies as well. It's quite interesting, and yeah. Best of luck to Matapa there, although they will definitely struggle in that war. Khmer hasn't done that much expansion, but again, it's still quite early. We've only done 10 odd years, so just so many player wars who can't go to speed 3. Oda, funnily enough, is still probably a decent sized Japanese minor because of how little is consolidated by this point, even though they did get knocked down quite a few pegs, to say the least. Did they go bankrupt? They did go bankrupt, but that will expire in 4 years, so as long as they have quite a few allies, they will be fine. Real question being, do they have allies? They went bankrupt very recently as well, saying that. Well, they have some allies, and will probably keep them alive as long as the allies don't drop them. Georgia again doing quite well here, and it does seem that finally this war, which Ajam bled quite a bit of manpower for, has finished. So that's it's good news for them. But beyond that, yeah, unfortunate. QQ's done quite well, and oh dear, Ottomans are definitely dealing death to the Mamluks, and it seems the hungry Mamluks anti-Ottoman coalition is not long for this world, especially with the Polish now pushing on to Venice as well. Actually, no, sorry, let me rephrase that. That is Hungary going for the siege of Vienna again, trying to yet again maybe get that get Austria out. If they do get Austria out, that would be huge. Although personally, I'd probably go for Poland out first. They're much more easy to get out. These forts are grassland forts instead of well, I guess Vienna is also a grassland fort, but later on, woods forts and mountain forts, and not things you want to be fighting in. Mamluks very much also bleeding almost to death. They've had to go back under Forsterman, and they are under that crucial for morale. So Ottomans are getting that tiny bit more of morale damage over. England, I'm assuming, recovering reasonably well at this point. Well, yeah, bankruptcy does that for you. Although they're still under threat of becoming PE'd by Austria, which is quite tragic. And unfortunately, yeah, Scotland is just starting to roost their rebels. They will stop being bankrupt quite soon, but until that day, that is very weak Scotland. How is Brandenburg doing? Okay, they have dragged Saxony into this war, which is probably not the best idea given that Saxony gained the occupations. If Saxony gets the occupation of Königsberg and Danzig, they might just deny Brandenburg the easy Prussia formation they're going for here. Although I think that probably jeopardized their relationship quite a bit. At the same time, yeah, Saxony is stuck between a rock and a hard place as well, with Austria breathing down the neck and Brandenburg. They might rely on a friendly Prussia to keep them alive. Ottomans cheekily getting the war goal here. Real question I do want to ask is, where is Skanderbeg? Skanderbeg leading the offensive in the Mamluks. Good job for you, Skanderbeg. Your exploits this time will not go down as the famous freedom fighter against the Ottomans, but instead the famous anti-Mamluk fighter, I guess. But yeah, with Mamluks gone as well, this may create opportunities for maybe Ethiopia to grab something here. Ottomans definitely would be up for, probably not actually, given how much they won here. Definitely would not mind. Some form of help. Yeah, we do have to continue here. Unfortunate. But let me do check who was at that left. Not a playable person, was it? Is that in India? I think it's, yeah, it was, I think it was Sirhind. Yes, Annabeth, you can rejoin, but not sure if she can. Obviously, shouldn't assume she's watching my stream. Yeah, Skanderbeg, famous general of the Mughal campaign. I do tend to miss my Discord messages quite a bit, sorry about that. I assume the hot join request has been sent now. Oh dear. Okay, more people leaving. Well, we got 10 years in 2 hours, 2.5. Bloody hell. That is the thing with constant playables. Speed through would be so much faster, but we can't do it because, well, speech on request. Hey ho, that's that. Well, it does seem Matapa's at least slightly push and kill. out occupation-wise, and Oda, I commend your perseverance in not quitting, but Songhai, I think that's the wrong place for you to go. Taitega? I don't know if I'd want to relocate someone there, although to be fair, I don't see many other players for any other places. So what does he look like? They're stalking him down. I don't think he's in a voice chat, unfortunately, as well. There he is. Oh, no, that is not what I meant to do. Hello? Hello? Oh dear. Unfortunate. Well, once he stops lagging. Please new session to discuss the change. Yeah, tell me about the pauses. Well, unfortunately, we have to. People keep dying, which means they need new countries. And by the time that's sorted, that.
I don't know what's going on.
Hello, are you Taitega?
Is he not loaded in?
He is, but he's picking Songhai. I don't think I wanted to leave that place to be well colonizable, so I need him in to say no, don't go there. But
Can we just click cancel on hot join?
wait, yeah, oh wait, he's in the voice chat. Hi.
Hi.
I want to
How's
leave
it
that area
going?
open for colonization options, I'm afraid. So,
Join as someone else.
yeah, that's fine, I guess. Not much to go for, unfortunately. A lot of, like, other countries are very much,
You said there's no, you can't go to New World?
going to New World is a bit late now. Oh, well, you disconnected anyway.
Wait, I did?
Yep. I'm afraid I will have to continue the game back because a lot of people are waiting.
Yeah.
But while we are in here on that topic, just stop hot joining people. I'm very tempted to do that now, unfortunately. And to be kind of honest, we are over halfway done with the session. I'm afraid I might have to just ask you to wait until next session because a death is a death, and if we keep hot joining, we're never going to get anything done.
Well, yeah, that's fair.
Like, because if we've spent half the time with hot join requests, which is fair with a lobby with this many people, but oh, and we have people lagging behind speed 2, which is never a good sign. Yeah, because if we did speed 3, this would be so much nicer, but we've basically been in constant player war, which is really not helping with that.
Well, I don't know. I'm cool with waiting, I guess. It don't really matter.
Yeah, sorry, but I really don't want to like start relocating too much, if that makes sense, given
Yeah, that's all good.
Given the issues with that involved, so I'd rather just not do that, if that makes sense. But yeah. No, sorry, there's also one of the Balkans that literally casualties going sky high, but God. Yep. Well, while you are here, Sirhind, can I drag you? You're the one. Yeah, I'm gonna drag you to the observer chat. So, what happened in India? Can you run me down?
Well, once I got my independence, Jean-Paul instantly declared on me, and I wasn't really prepared. My army was in Chagatai, sieging the capital, and because of my legendary ruler and general, I managed to stack wipe one of his armies, I believe. I got a whole I had a whole morale higher.
Yeah, no, I saw that general. That was a beautiful 4-5 general,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah, but then Vijayanagar and Orissa joined, and the numbers just became too much for us to handle.
Yeah, unfortunately, as soon as they pieced up Bengal, you were really not in a position to fight there, I'm afraid.
Oh, and we almost had the fort on Janpur, but the Bengal player pieced before I could go stand on it, so we lost that siege too.
Yeah, unfortunate, but that's the...
Yeah. Then they
No,
just
I mean, you did
stomped
quite well there anyway, and... Oh, it was... I guess Bengal player as well, it's even suggesting the Orissa. But yeah. No,
Yeah.
unfortunate, but... I mean, you did quite well there, you were getting pushed into and you pushed back, but... Just not enough there. And he has formed Delhi now as well, so that's... He has the most clear winner there. I think it's going to be a Vijay Delhi hegemony over India. But, no, I mean, you did quite well there, to say the least. That general really carried you quite far.
Yeah.
Well, do you think you'll be relocated next Grand Campaign somewhere? Next session somewhere, or will this just be...
Well, I was maybe thinking about Oirat, but then I'll maybe be... I saw them getting clapped by Ming, so maybe not.
Yeah, that is the thing with no players. Oirat is quite vulnerable to Ming, and the general problem with so many players is that you kind of start running out of countries.
Yeah.
To relocate to. I won't mind like a Brunei or something, but I don't know if you'd want to play that, given the lack of availability places. And people are going to complain, but we do need this person back.
Yeah.
For whole join requests. But yeah, no, thank you very much for saying that. And you did play well there, but unfortunately people do have to lose.
Yeah, thank you.
And
it was a fun war.
You did very well again there, so again, sorry I couldn't see much of it. There's so many, like half the players are at war. But yeah, very well done regardless, and I do hope to see you soon enough. So yeah,
well,
thank you very much. It's back. Yep. And Orissa needs to break with more people. Yep. I'm actually quite surprised positively how well alliance rules have been kept so far. It's, you know, not to consider me Ryan, how can you say that about Skanderbeg? He's clearly single-handedly responsible for the campaign. For the success of the Ottoman campaign. Anyway, I do need to pop into the Orissa chat and tell him that he is breaking rules. Yep. Hello, Orissa?
Yeah. That's what I just was saying. Sorry to everyone for my hot join.
Yeah. Also, did you fix the alliances you have?
Yeah. The moment he clicked to form Delhi, I was out of the game, so I couldn't dissolve the alliance. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're no longer allied. Broken.
Yep.
Okay, just checking for alliance rules because people like to.
No worries. People like.
This goddamn Korea player, he shall not attack.
Yeah. I'm very surprised Korean, still coexisting so nicely, shall we say.
It's going to end at some point.
Oh no, of course, he crashed out earlier, Pep, unfortunately for him. So Korea does have free real estate on Janzhou, unless he does come back. Yeah, no,
I mean, I was watching the stream, not because I wanted to stream snipe the guys we are fighting with, but I wanted to see what's happening in Europe.
Yeah, no, Europe is a horrible mess.
Wait. I've got a question.
Yes.
Was the thing they did to Aragon actually allowed?
Yes,
because it was cutting in
sea.
half.
It's connected by sea, so you're fine. If they took Jativa, it will be disallowed. They'll have to give military access. But because it's connected by sea, it's fine.
It's horrendous.
It's horrible.
What's happening there is horrendous.
my second one is that the war for Kosovo is 700k dead in 1456. And that's not counting almost another 60-70k from attrition. These countries are
I was just amazed that Poland, Austria, and someone else, all allied Ottomans, and Hungary. No, Hungary actually was against them.
I think the thing is that they all allied Ottomans because they wanted to split up Hungary. But
yeah, probably. I'm just wondering, what's the situation with Lithuania? Was that him not being great power anymore? Was it because of?
I think it's other people overtaking
the event.
him. Yeah, no, other people overtaking him. Lithuania is still independent, but Lithuania decided to help Sweden as independence war, and that war is again ongoing with a good, I think a good 400k on both sides dead. So. I think Lithuania burned for that, which means unfortunately they did not expand, so they have been knocked out of great power. And Lithuania now bankrupt and very much not in a position to defend anything. Free real estate from Muscovy as well. I think they relied on Sweden as an ally, but they really don't have much as far as alliances go these days as well. So
wait, did Sirkin quit already, or did he?
He has dropped out. Yes.
Because he's not there. Wait, Sirkin is not here either?
No, Sirkin will be joining us next session, but he has dropped out. And Africa, half the people in India are dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
We done it.
What do you expect from me, Lemon? These
I
people
don't
are
know,
like
why
all
there's still
hungry.
people still alive. What? Yeah.
Bachmann is beating up.
But yeah, good time. Scusi has managed, and Arak as well, they managed to avoid all these bloody wars, and they're like very, very strong right now, like country-wise. And I think they've definitely taken the opportunity of everyone being at war to just go mad on the aggressive expansion because no one can fight them. As it were, all the players are killing their countries to do it. So I think they are the real winners in Europe here.
I'm just wondering how it's going to look in the 2 sessions in Europe, because it's really
I think
like those. Wait, France didn't join the big war against Ottomans or with Ottomans, right?
Also, we now hit 800k casualties, which is but I think they will get Poland out though. I think they are in a position to get Poland out.
Wait, because
and they are pushing them back. Yeah, I think Hungary, Venice are actually pushing Poland, Austria back. So Ottomans really need to clean up with Mamluks and.
Because wait, the Mamluk war. Who's there on with Mamluks?
No, nothing. It's Mamluks has joined, as was allied with Hungary. I do believe was some variation of that.
Oh,
I thought Mamluks beat up the Ottomans.
No.
At the moment, Mamluks actually die. Ethiopia is going to eat him up, even though they are allied.
Ethiopia's done quite well. I'll tell you that much as well. They have been quite aggressive with this expansion.
He is very aggressive. Even now it's someone else conquering, but still, like who Mutapa? Yeah, Mutapa player.
Mutapa here is not looking too hot.
I think he's still almost dying.
The issue is that if you look, he's Miltech 3, and
that's
4.
why I hate. If you wanted to play Butua, like Fit Butua or something, I would pick Kilwa always, like 100% over.
And he is dying here, I think.
Because you start tech behind, you start without even feudalism embraced. It's scary place to be.
He does have quite a lot of. He hasn't even taken a loan yet, but so I think he'll just be able to murk up and brute force win it. But that's not the best winning strategy to say the least. And I'd love to see Naples wearing Aragon here. But hey, well done to Morocco, who consolidated that quite quickly. And wow, that is an impressive Fazan. AI Fazan looking quite nice. Yeah, no, I think this might be the end. They will be able to push Poland here once they get Poland out. That is Poland, also very close.
Wait,
to
Morocco actually survived that? I saw there was a huge war going on there.
Yeah, Morocco downed Castile for humiliation war to help Aragon, and they just got instantly stack wiped. So Aragon relocated into Morocco because Morocco, being a brand new player, he got stack wiped once, so he just quit permanently. So yeah,
sounds about right.
Sounds about right. And where we paused? No pause.
Has someone left?
No, he just
the
paused.
Hog once again. The Hog once again.
There are two. Hogchamp being... It's so hard learning people's names. No, he's still in for me. And yes, Sweden, you can. To answer your question, I don't know if you're watching the stream. I'm assuming not, but to answer your question, yes.
I just got it muted on another screen.
Well,
just
everyone just surrendered to Scusi. Can't believe it.
Yeah,
No
Scusi was in a beautiful position. That diplomacy, he got a free Avignon of the Pope. He got a free loads of land of England just for free, no AE. And then he just took out Brittany like it was nothing. Scusi definitely done so well for basically no pain at all. All the other countries around him burnt. He just took all of that for free. Also, unfortunate to Brandenburg, they did go for the Teutons. They had to, obviously, for their Prussia ambitions, but they are not. Looks like they're going too hot here. They really need to go Merc spam and try and do something here. But with both Teutons and Livonian Order, basically untouched by Lithuania and Poland, they are really struggling there. Here's another battle to the death, and actually I do think that they might be able to push them out of Poland. Yeah, they will be able to push them out of Poland here, I think. I don't know if they've managed to reinforce in time. They do manage to reinforce in time, so yeah, they'll be pushed out of Poland. Yep. More blood for the blood gods. So we've hit 900k casualties. We're gonna hit 1 million casualties soon. That is quite impressive.
It's not even 15 years in. That's scary.
I mean, forget why die for Danzig, why die for Kosovo? It's not even Kosovo, it's Rigomez, which actually is the Hungarian name of Kosovo. But yeah, Mamluks very much burning, but they are trying to put up a fight, to say the least. But I think they let the Ottomans live too long, if that makes sense.
Is it time to join the war on Hungary's side?
I'll be against the rules, but I think you can great power intervene.
What?
Actually.
GP? Yeah.
Yeah. So again, that is not against the rules. GP intervention is allowed.
Yeah.
So
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're joining the Ottoman side.
Wait.
All right.
No.
Should I just do that?
Yeah. Because. Wait, can't he even? Is there two great power there?
He is the great power. Yeah.
There's Ottomans. No. There's Ottomans. There's Mamluks. Who's else from great power?
You can intervene because Mamluks are fighting Ottomans, so it's odd. Mamluks are great powers.
Yeah, but you need 3 great powers, right? You join on where there's one.
No,
if you
only Ottomans are great power.
Castile, which is a great power, did have intervened in the button a second ago. Actually, it's gone. But I do remember seeing it intervene in a war button a second ago there. So yeah, they could have intervened on the side of the Ottomans because it was Mamluks and someone else in the war. So no.
It's defensive war anyway.
God. No, that is a very, very deal death war. But I think it has to be. There's just so many players squished into such a small area. They kind of had to do it. The Pope's done well for himself here, though. I'll tell you that much. He's grabbing most of Naples. And Florence did okay. Poor Milan got a huge bite out of them by Genoa.
Dude, I just joined this war, and I'm gonna wait here, and I'm gonna see if I can get some ducats.
Oh, did you join that war? Wow, that is
did it?
brave. That's like can't great power intervene anymore. You did join that war. That's like can't great power intervene. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Quite surprised no one's gone for Georgia, but I guess they might kill themselves in this QQ war here, actually. But yeah. That's that. No. Well, nice to chat. I'll go around the other chats, say hi to people, see how they're doing.
alright.
But yeah.
Thanks for chatting.
Yep. Well, thanks for the chat. Right. Hello, Scoozy. All on your own. How are you doing in France, Ben?
Waiting for AE to die down. Gonna steal faceting again. No.
God, yeah. I mean, you have avoided a 900k casualty war so far with Hungary, Poland, and Austria. There.
Well, yeah. Yep.
Which make that 1 million now. I think.
Well,
if you,
you know, if I were playing Austria, you know what I would have done? I would not have joined that war.
Well, I mean,
But
what
that's-
other chance do you get to eat Hungary is the real question.
A lot.
Wow.
Just let Ottomans do it on their own, and then later on you go in. Like, Aragon was complaining, like, I was like, he was like, oh, I didn't think you wanted any of Iberia because you told me you didn't. I was like, yeah, because I don't trust you. Like, if I say, oh yeah, I'll take some Iberia, you know what is going to happen? He's going to be like, hey, Castile, France is interested in attacking you. Why don't you, me, and England coalition him? And then I'm fucking dead. So you know what I do? I say, when everyone asks me what I want, I say, you know, I just want to consolidate. And, you know, if they present me with opportunity, I'll take it. I'm not going to tell people that.
Fair, but no. I mean, you've done ridiculously well for yourself. No debt. You're sitting with a positive income. You've blogged quite impressive. And you're literally great power number 4 without basically fighting a player war. I don't know how you managed to convince England to give all of their course back for free.
Because his diplomatics, because Josh Austin, like, I just told him various things, whispered sweet promises into his ear, and
The
gave it
thing
to him.
is, as well as Scotland did really well in that war against England. I think if they didn't leave,
So
they
I
would
would
have been able to win that.
I would have helped Scotland if he didn't give me those cores. So that is that's why I'm just waiting. Yeah, I'm waiting for E to burn down. I paid for knowledge sharing from the Pope, so to make sure I snag Renaissance, so I can get Embrace and get faceting, kick my economy off even harder, etc., etc.
Yeah, no. You almost got Renaissance in your capital as well, so...
Yeah, that's like, I'm sitting at my manpower cap, just waiting for AE to die down. Once it gets to below 10 with all these border Germans, and I'm gonna go fuck up Burgundy.
Makes sense, yeah. Not gonna go for Burgundy Inheritance then, or is that too much risk?
You know me, I'd rather not leave anything up to chance.
That is true. I mean, you're definitely doing ridiculously well here, to say the least, compared to everyone else. I mean,
Yeah,
so many people dying for in this Hungary war. God, they're actually doing that even more. So many battles.
Yeah, so no one hates me. Everyone keeps asking for my help. It's like every other game, actually.
No, but you've done ridiculously well for themselves. You got the heat off you. I mean, you should have been. If in all honesty, you should have been coalitioned early, but everyone was.
Yeah,
very keen not to do that.
that's why I didn't want to make any commitments, because no one is going to be like everyone in Italy wants to fight each other. Spain, like, no one can immediately help me. So I was just like, you know, you play it cool and things will work out.
Fair enough. Hello.
France.
Yeah, what's up?
About
Anyway, I will leave you
the
now.
offer made.
You're
Hello. How's everyone?
Hello. Just waiting for my independence.
Oh no, this poor Lithuania won't take white piece.
Things could have gone slightly better. I'm not sure if he looked over at any point in like the first 5 years of the game.
In free ride, but no.
Mark the tick and take some land.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, Muscat, you had free reign here, especially now with the Serbia basically dying to keep Sweden alive.
I mean, I'm trying to keep him alive, but he don't accept white piece.
What, Lithuania didn't accept white peace against you?
Yeah.
Why?
I already set by all his troops.
He is asking for
He
this
is
here.
bankrupt, so I don't know what he's thinking. I can fully siege him. It's not the problem.
But yeah, no, I say one thing. I'm surprised Sweden got to live despite that Denmark war.
I mean, I told Denmark to not peace out until I'm done.
Oh, are they are still at war. Dear God.
Yeah, because if he peace out now, I'm war with the Denmark then, and they don't wanna die. So they don't really have a chance.
God, yeah, no, you've also... I thought, like, I'd put quite a few neighbours to you so you'd get coalition, but instead it's just... again, you're picking everyone else off. Poor Lübeck went bankrupt.
They have no balls
for
to
Denmark
declare.
as well. Poor Lübeck went bankrupt to fight that war as well.
He's already done 2 bankrupts.
He's gone 2 bankrupts, dear God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why Lübeck is dying so hard for Denmark. I don't know what they've been promised, but it better be the world.
They're friends.
That will do it as well.
Is Brandenburg losing to AI Teutonic Order?
And Livonian Order, and the answer, unfortunately, that is yes.
As an ally of Saxony, yes, they have like 2.3k.
Yep, they are.
See, being added to Saxony is useful. Wait, host, can you support Holland's independence?
I'm not. I'm an observer, so I can only do it in spirit.
Like I said, support his independence.
I can support you with good vibes, and that's about it, I'm afraid.
Good vibes, yeah. Send good vibes my way.
Colin, please go over.
You have until 1464 to Dow to declare the war, I'm afraid. Otherwise, it'll be 20 years when you were subject, in which cases, you know.
Dude, just go free through release. Go over your Diplo limit and just get free through release. My God.
Yeah, I mean, apparently France and Castile would support your independence, although I doubt that would work in practice.
No, France is saying his AE is too high and he wants land from Burgundy. So he said, wait till his AE is down. England said,
No, just don't do the war. Why do you have to do the war? My God. Just go through peace. They release you. Then conquer Gelre, Utrecht, and Friesland, and then go and turn around and conquer the Belgian area.
Well, he has to declare the independence in 1464, otherwise it does count as forced concession. Because you can't be a subject for more than 20 years by game.
Well, no, he doesn't have to declare war, though. He can just get free through peace.
That is true. If someone beats a Burgundy, he can be released through peace. That is
true. No, he just needs people, and they'll release it on his own.
Well, I mean, they're not releasing them, to say the least, but hey.
Wait, if
I've
I
seen
have
that happen a couple times when people were releasing, but that doesn't always happen, I'll tell you that much.
I mean, it normally happens if you've got like England and France and Castile supporting you.
Oh, unconditional.
If you get lucky with their rivals.
No, unconditional, you have to keep playing. Sorry. No. Oh, for God's sake, I have to explain to them.
What's happening?
That unconditional. They're saying that a pause for unconditional. That is not a thing that happens here.
I mean, you should always be.
You have 6 months, but yeah. You don't pause for unconditional.
It's only hurt the losing side when time runs.
Well, yeah, we don't want to pause because it takes too long anyway. We don't pause for unconditionals. If you know this, we don't pause for unconditionals.
Yeah, but it's a stupid rule because we can't make peace in 6 months because it's going too fast.
This is going too fast, dear God. Well, I mean, that's kind of the point. You have to get your peace deal done.
Okay, well, transfer so pro in Poland. This is a retarded rule, though, Lemon.
Well, the issue with that is basically people would keep each other, keep unconditional,
transfer so pro into Austria.
then occupy them
The
for 10
issue is
years.
you don't have a rule that makes it pause. Every server has a rule that makes it pause when this happens, so it doesn't fuck over the person who just unconditional.
Again,
that's why there's a rule for it.
The rule was made because people unconditional, you just hold them unconditional for 10 months.
Yes, and there's a counter rule to that. That means you have to pause and send peace when they're unconditional. And that's the better way to do it, so you don't have to go through this dumb stuff.
Well, we used to have quite a few unconditionals, so people really complained about the pauses as well, I think is the context you have to bear in mind, but hey.
But
no,
yeah,
I don't mind as much anyway.
And
it should be fine.
Yeah.
No, it should be fine, just don't take too long on it, please.
Yeah, of course. Alright, so I'll take
It's the main
Kosovo.
thing,
Poland gets Hans, Trenton, Zemplin. Actually, no, Hans and Trenton supposed to go to Austria, right?
Yeah, it goes to Austria. I get Transylvania basically, so.
Okay. We'll transfer Trenton and Han to Austria quick.
God, you bled for that war
sure,
is all I can say, by the way. That's...
Quick transfer transcend. Okay, there we go.
1.2 million
Right.
each side. 1.2 million dead overall.
I'll take 3 provinces from Serbia.
Dear God. Well,
Basically, like
fair
this.
enough. Hey,
2
Hungry,
provinces.
can I drag you
and
into
one.
a chat for a bit?
Alright, I'm piecing out.
Well, you're on the receiving end of the peace deal, yeah, so do you mind being dragged for a bit?
Could you unpause, Lemon? Because I can't unpause.
Oh, of course.
You can drag me into it.
I hope it didn't cause too much AE. Yeah, you're good.
There you go.
Alright.
Alright, there we go. The war is finally over.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello?
I gave it my best shot.
Yeah, no, I mean, you did really well, and you made them burn. 550k casualties they took that war, which was nothing to be scoffed at. I think you traded basically 1-to-1 during that, which is quite impressive.
I wish I didn't have to ask too. I asked a lot of my allies, and I feel kind of bad. But
No, well, it's global war is a global war, and you know, that's what allies are for, I guess. I think you had the chance to beat up Poland there earlier as well, I do remember. But you did get pushed
50%.
back last second. You were quite close
white.
to that. Yeah, it is quite harsh, so it's meant to be hard to piece people out that way, unfortunately, but yeah. Poland really did not get much out of that war, to say the least. They got 1 province.
yeah, and we
Which-
lost quite a few battles because of Polish troops.
Yeah, so, I mean, Poland burnt for that war. They burnt hard. 2,500 worker ducats of debt is not something that you wanna go into for 1 province, but that's something they went into anyway.
Yeah.
Which is rather unfortunate. I'm hoping they've got promised quite a bit for that, but I'm not sure if they did. I mean, you fought quite well there. So what was the plan once you got downed?
We were hoping that we would be the ones to declare the war after we got everyone into a coalition. So, the plan after we got downed was for the Ottomans to be held off by the Mamluks, and then we were going to try to go for Austria.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Because, yeah, we got the fort down, but then we went to the capital and got pushed back by the Poles once they actually started putting mercenaries on the field. We started to lose.
Yeah, no, I did see quite a few battles. You were winning just about marginally on quality, and I guess you walked in better with reinforcements, but they just had the numbers there.
Yeah, I got the Black Army event, giving that plus 10% discipline to my mercs and forward to glory. So.
Yeah, I can imagine that would have gone quite far. 10% discipline on mercs this early on without a lot of quality ideas, but no. I mean, you fought really well, but again, I think not much chance for you there. Now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you played well. Do you think Hungary's dead now, or do you continue playing?
I don't know that I can come back from playing normally single player, so I'm not used to 22 loans, 12 corruption.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. I mean, I do understand. I would accept if you were to relocate here, but unfortunately not by this session, I'm afraid. And
that's fine. I can stay in Hungary till the end of the session. And
yeah, fair enough. Well, thanks for sticking Hungary till the end of the session at least. But yeah, no, I mean, you did really well there.
Thank you for letting me play in a multiplayer EU4. I've been
no worries. You did really well again, and I think that's the main thing. A lot of new people quit almost instantly, which you did not. So very well done for the perseverance, to say the least. Hope you learned quite a bit from that, to say the least. And yeah, no, Listris is a very good player. He was an ex-host on here, so I know you didn't fight him much, but you fought very well.
The Skanderberg general that he got from diplomatizing Albania was the subject of many a conversation. And,
yeah.
No,
with Skanderbeg, especially with Mamluks, would not have been a nice thing. That's quite a smart thing to return that course. So Albania would accept vassalization. That's I actually didn't think of that myself, but that's quite a smart thing.
Yeah.
But no, again, you played it really well there, to say the least, and yeah.